And welcome to Lizards and Locations. This is episode 9 of Pillars of Creation. If it looks like we did a bunch of dumbass shit the past 20 minutes, it's because we did. I don't think we have any specific exclamations or announcements to make, so...
I have an announcement.
Oh, well then, fuck me. Go ahead.
Y'all are super duper awesome. Like all you out there.
Okay, last time on Pillars of Creation, it was a somber movement through the convoy made westwards towards Cliffhaven after the sombering event of not only having the Dragon Orb taken from them by the Knights of Tiamat, but also almost losing 2 of the party members. There was some interpersonal drama, not necessarily unwarranted, but tensions ran high. And then on the way west towards Cliffhaven, they ran into a band of 3 gnolls, kind of like harassing the caravan, trying to make life difficult for Cliffhaven any way possible. Luckily, they were easily dispatched, including one gnoll getting absolutely one-shot by Jonas Fudoxith.
R.I.P. Nigel.
Rest in peace, Nigel. It was a very interesting series of rolls and damage that concluded that particular event. I really thought it came out really nice. I thought that was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, there wasn't much peace to be had at Cliffhaven, as immediately upon arriving, the party encountered a particular family member of the Yuki clan, and we're going to roll right into that on this episode. Okay, so...
I'm in danger!
So Winnie, not that you all know her as such yet, comes in and...
Not Yeller.
and stands straight as a board, hands on her hips, glaring daggers at Whisper.
Anyone who's paying attention watches as I spring off of the fucking caravan, stumbling over myself, and clicking my heels together as I emulate her posture perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Whisper, I can't believe all this has happened. This has been ridiculous. I have come because Father has told me to come and bring you back immediately. This has been a complete embarrassment. Look at what's happened here. And she kind of like gestures like very forcefully towards the area of Cliffhaven that's looking pretty rough. Like, this is an embarrassment. We have done more than enough to cover your ridiculous hobbies. It's time for you to come home and regain your responsibility.
I'm in the middle of a job, so we can talk later. I will be pleased to meet your appointment in the downtown city hall when I am finished.
It is that way.
She doesn't look at you. And you can see the expression on this Dragonborn's face just seething. Like, how dare anybody argue with her ever about anything in their entire life, essentially. It's like, this is not a discussion!
I'm gonna hop down off the cart and walk over to her and sling my arm over her shoulder.
She's going to judo throw you.
I love.
Just literally make an acrobatics check.
Can it be
A dexterity
athletics?
saving throw.
Can it be an athletics?
No,
strength?
it's a dexterity saving throw.
But could it be that I'm really strong and I stop her from judo throwing me instead?
No.
But that makes a lot more sense. Because I wouldn't try to escape it. I would just try to push her off. Or
But
hold her in
you
place.
literally opened yourself up to this judo throw by putting your arm around her. You have put yourself in the situation.
Which is why I wouldn't dex save. I would just kind of stand firm with an athletics save. That's 2.
She flips you on your ass.
Then I get back up and put my arm around and say, "What's up, love?"
I'm going to.
She judo throws you again. Make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Well, that's not good. It's definitely. Oh wow! I rolled 2 3s.
Nice.
Which
She
is
judo throws you
4.
again. It's like, unhand me.
I mean,
Ugh.
I don't
Sister.
really hurt people.
Guard, please restrain this person.
Sister, I don't think
show
it's
them my
appropriate.
insignia.
Sister, I don't think it is appropriate to be manhandling people who are employed by the city.
I did
And
not
while
give
I'm
anyone
in-
permission to touch me.
That's fine, sister. I understand.
That brushes her
However,
shoulder off.
we
I
will
cast full
reconvene.
person on her.
I
Okay.
am in the
And
middle.
then I put my arm around
I
her.
am in
Okay.
the middle of diplomacy.
It's
Exactly.
not going well.
Yep.
It's going very badly.
I,
What do I do? A wisdom saving throw?
Give me 1 second. It is a wisdom save. Yep.
She rolled a 20.
Yeah, that's gonna save it.
Yeah, I don't get to put my arm around her.
Mark off that.
Like it barely registers that you've even done anything
Okay.
to her.
Understand that my compatriots are eager to complete their assignment, as is their employment contract.
You're kind of being a bitch.
We will reconvene at the city hall. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
and I go. I book it. I fucking haul ass. None of you have ever seen me haul so much fucking ass.
Before I respond to that, what does everyone else do to that situation?
Dez is still sitting on the cart watching from afar and like, fuck, there's 2 of them?
I'm kind of in shock at hearing Jonas call someone a bitch. I slap him on the shoulder because I agree.
Are you okay? You got tossed twice.
I'm fine. I mean,
She's stronger than you?
no, just faster.
What's your AC?
18.
Yeah, I booked it.
Yeah.
I fucking.
She heel toes it right over to you.
Uh-huh.
Takes her glove, takes her like the metal gauntlet off,
Oh my god.
hooks it onto her belt, takes her glove off, and slaps you in the face with the glove.
Okay.
How dare you? You absolute
I mean, when you're being a bitch,
Minuscule
you're just kind
little
of a
man.
bitch.
address me as such. I will have everything that you hold dear, and I will turn it to dust.
I'm sorry, was that your best?
I'm like gesturing from far behind her, like,
While before that happens, before,
Sorry, let me introduce myself. I am Jonas Productus, the
Before-
son of a god, a prince.
before you're able to get
That's
through
hot,
that,
Jonas.
Kelrin kind of like steps in between the two of you and puts a shoulder on you, and kind of like turns his back towards the large silver dragonborn that you two are accosting. He's like, if you could do me like a huge favor, and just don't, for me, please, for me, please for me. He's like legitimately like pleading with you. Do not make this any worse than it already is. I'm dying.
Dez is making notes. Like, she's like, alright, Jonas makes the first move. And then, like, she's like drawing like a little diagram, and then she's like, Cal seems to be trained in de-escalation.
He's trying his very best.
Cal, does the city guard usually just roll over?
I don't think you quite understand the situation here, Jonas, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying this as like a person that is asking their friend, it's not worth the fight.
Well, it's not worth a fight because it wouldn't be a fight.
Again,
I just kinda lean and look at the eyes.
I reiterate. I don't think you understand the situation.
It is a situation I feel comfortable in.
Well, that makes one of us. So again, I ask, please.
I'm used to handling spoiled brats.
I have no doubt of that. And the Silver is just fuming behind it. She is like about to. She like has a hand on a sword now.
Mm-hmm.
Or what do you do? Do you keep going or do you?
I mean, I am not moving away. I'm just standing there because he's in between us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just standing there.
Hey, Jonas, I've got something to talk to you actually about. Can we go for a walk?
You sure you don't want me to take care of this problem?
Why don't we take care of it tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah, Whisper's like behind her
Yeah.
sister, just going.
Yeah, it would be quick. Don't worry. But all right.
As we walk away, I want to kind of offhandedly, as we pass by her, say, "You should really be proud of your sister. If it's just a hobby, she's pretty fucking good at it."
I will decide what I should be proud of. Thank you.
Not your attitude, that's for sure.
One could say the same for you.
I really don't think they could love.
What's that? I didn't hear. I didn't understand what she said. I'm
I
sorry.
really don't think they could.
Oh, you could. How do you think the people of the city would see you? Just curious. In your current predicament, or you just not care how people see you?
You've got it on a nail on the head right there, my friend.
See, that's your problem. You spoiled brats. You tend to step on what you see as little people, but those little people pay taxes. They pay you. As a
Her
prince of,
face has completely glazed over as to your explanation.
as a prince myself, you're not worthy. And I start walking, falling at it.
Okay, that's fine. As you guys walk away, you can hear just like, finally! More lectures from Riff Raff. And she puts her, you can hear her like click her gauntlet back on.
You can see Whisper hightailing it to City Hall now that she knows that you're following her,
Mm-hmm.
so that she isn't noticed by her sister.
Let me think. I don't think her sister is watching her. I think she's more like, at this point, not flustered, but more enraged.
Oh yeah, she's just getting out of eyesight before she turns around.
And you hear her arguing with Calren once again, as
Poor
he
guy.
tries his best to continue to de-escalate the situation. But you all have, besides Dez, who's still kind of watching from the
Yeah,
sidelines.
Dez is still just like watching the whole thing. I know everyone was going to City Hall, but she's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of like quietly observing still.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of exhausted, doesn't really feel like getting up. She was exhausted, got into
Sure.
a fight, and she's just kind of people watching, and she's like, this is very interesting.
Yeah, when you find Whisper at City Hall, she is absolutely just head and hands, like huffing and puffing, resting on the stairs, somewhere between freaking out and passing out.
It's valid. Alright, so the two of you see Whisper on City Hall. Dez is still elsewhere?
Yeah, she's still in the cart for now, because she hasn't, like...
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do before you, I guess, go
I
to
want
the
to
city?
talk to Addie because Addie never talked to me.
Yeah, I just have something to talk about. If I could do that without coughing. Sorry.
Sorry, did she knock the wind out of you?
No, of course not.
You sound
That's
like you're
insane.
coughing a little. Okay, no problem.
But I wanted to ask you about that thing that you do after our fights with the dead.
The rite of passage.
Sure, that, why?
Life has a life is a cycle, and
Sorry.
No, it's not funny. It's really it's. Well, Roomsh is a dick apparently.
Anyways, keep going.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't want to listen to it.
No, I want to listen. I'm really, really curious about it. For some reason.
I love John as being a dick because someone's coughing. Like, oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry, boy.
Like, because that's what people do when they're like dying coughing. Like, oh, I'm sorry, are you bored? Like,
But anyway, like, seriously though, why?
It is Maybe his culture, his belief. The idea is that you honor the dead, for in their death they still help others.
Sure.
Just because one is dead, it doesn't mean that they can't give.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
every life, it has importance. Yes,
I prefer not taking lives, you know?
I noticed. You know, it is sometimes necessary, though.
I really don't know that it is, though. I mean, a lot of people think Grinch is all about killing and shit, but I mean, he doesn't like people to die for no reason.
This group, she prefers honor. Yes.
Yes.
You see, honor happens in death too, right?
I mean, if you die the right way,
And is battle not the right way to Grinch?
suppose.
So by killing that one in battle, whether it was you or Grinch, it is honor.
Perhaps. Not really sure.
Do you know the god of the Norse?
No.
The, I don't like to cast a stone, but it typically seen as malicious, bestial, wild. It's carnal.
I'll take your word for it. No idea.
That knoll served its god, just like you serve yours and I serve mine.
Sure.
So, by dying, it's still honored.
I suppose that's true.
You did nothing wrong.
Oh, I know. Grinch killed him. I didn't break any vows. I don't.
What was your intention? Did you want to kill it?
I mean, no. I mean, obviously.
Then if it happened, it was not intentional.
I mean, obviously, Grinch wanted it dead, not me.
Yeah, I get that, but don't hold yourself victim to accident. Battle, things happen. In my duel, when I was cast, I did what I had to do. I thought it was right. The whole world doesn't see it that way, or Persepolis doesn't. I guess you guys don't even know about it. But
You should tell us about it sometime.
it's still important to understand that doing what you're right and standing when others expect you to fall over, it's important. That woman over there, the sister, she wants us to roll over.
Yeah, no, I'm not really into that.
Well, you did though, twice.
It's important that you get back up. That's the part that's important.
I agree. I not mean to be mean to her. I mean to teach her a lesson.
Oh no, she's
I
being
was-
pretty mean. I'm okay with being mean to her back.
I was taught that lesson. I was foolish and naive and cruel. Just because I had money and power and expectation of me.
That's the least believable thing I think you've ever said, Jonas.
Why do you cower before her? Is she older?
Yeah.
By a lot?
No, not much.
Your family is rich, yes?
Yeah.
Powerful?
Very.
Is she an heir?
Yes.
Were you bullied?
I wouldn't call it that.
I kind of would.
She's bossy, but she's not a bully.
I mean, honestly, it's a little emotionally abusive.
She's only saying what she's told to.
I'm not sure that makes it better, love.
It does.
It means somebody else is abusing you, not that
It
you're.
means that they're still learning.
Still means you're hurt, which isn't great.
I don't know if I'm capable of having this conversation.
Then don't.
And almost like if there was someone sent to save you from said conversation, the mayor comes out of City Hall, kind of pushes the doors open, and it kind of crashes a little bit. maybe a bit more force than was necessarily needed for that particular entrance.
I
Does-
swiftly turn my face away because my eyes are full of tears, and I
Mhm.
start wiping my face.
Des will have walked, like, kind of sauntered in by now.
And Lillian walks down and she kind of surveys the four of you now. She kind of looks at Whisper specifically. It's like, I see you've met our newest guest.
Yes.
I take it she has recalled you?
She wants to.
Yes, that's the message I had received as well. She could use a few lessons in diplomacy. And she kind of
Not for.
thinks.
She's had lessons. That doesn't mean they.
That's terrifying to know.
Well, sometimes you don't have good teachers.
Very fair. Not to be too bold, but can I ask what your intentions are now that you know that the Yuki clan has specific intentions?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, we would love to keep you here. As you know, you've done more than your fair share to keep this place safe. Even if it has fallen on a bit harder times than anyone could anticipate. So,
You wouldn't tell that looking at the faces of the people here.
she kind of like looks around. She sees people like building, and like they don't seem happy, but they seem determined. And she kind of looks around and says, I wouldn't be so sure. And she kind of like walks down the steps past you. I'm going to attend to our guest a second time. Hopefully, tensions will ease in the meantime.
Did they travel more than one?
You're asking if there was more than one person?
I'm asking if it was an entourage or if it was just.
No, she showed up and raised plenty of hell herself. There wasn't much need for anyone else.
When do you need to speak to us again?
Well, from what I understand, you've had quite an adventure trying to help us once again, so at least we'll give you guys one day off.
Thank you.
And if our friend is in that much of a hurry, then that's her problem, I suppose.
I would love to reach my quarters before she can find me. You understand?
Absolutely. And she kind of like nods to each of you and walks past.
And I take a quiet moment, nod, and retreat.
As you're going to the Gilded Rose.
No, I suspect my sister's also staying there. So, I think that the Silver Sail
Mm-hmm.
Very likely has perfectly agreeable accommodations for me tonight.
Okay. Well, it is still fairly early in the morning. Getting towards midday. So there's no need to quite retire now unless you would like to. I
I'm
know
exhausted.
you are exhausted, it is true. So if you wanted to take a long rest at the Silver Sail now, wouldn't necessarily be out of the question.
I'm gonna.
Henley sees you walk in and is like, wow, you guys look like shit.
Well, ain't you perceptive?
He points to his head as if that's where perception comes from.
I think we all know it's not.
Are any of the... Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. The pillars in Cliffhaven?
They are in Cliffhaven as far as you know. You have not seen them.
Okay. I'll ask
Lillian?
Lillian
Mm-hmm.
if she's seen the pillars.
Oh, before she leaves?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of like thinks like, well, I saw Yasadi around. She was carrying like 2 or 3 big old logs down to the pier. Saw Ace doing patrols out by the the cliffs. I haven't seen the Korosts, but I imagine he's probably in the library. He's not much of a manual laborer.
I'll give you directions to the library. I don't think I've been.
She kind of like laughs a little bit, and she kind of like points, literally like 2 doors down.
Ah, yes. I thought it was 3. That's my bad.
Boo!
Boo.
I'm here without you, baby!
We found Whisper's kryptonite. Just be clear. And his name is Winnie the Bish.
Boo. Boo. Boo.
We got it in.
Oh, poo. Alright.
Oh, god damn.
I'm gonna head to the library. That's where I'm heading. Koros is the one I want to speak to.
Okay. You do find Korost in the library. He's got maybe 2 big stacks of books, like almost above where his head is like hunched over. He does not notice that you're there.
I announce myself, not trying to startle him.
Speak.
Can we sit and talk?
He kind of like looks up at nothing in particular,
It is bad news.
closes the book, and kind of like cracks his neck. And like he doesn't turn to look at you, but you can see his eye kind of he darts to you. It's like, speak.
We went out to guide the lumberjacks.
Mm-hmm.
We were attacked. Butcher.
Right? You don't even have to say it. Like he kind of like sighs, and you hear like his body like deflates. How did
Ariel.
they find you? And he's talking to himself now.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like naming them. Ariel, the blue one.
Mm.
Butcher, the white one. CM Talk, the black one. And the new one. Right? No name yet.
Mm.
Sorcerer, some type of arcane.
We are familiar.
They took the orb.
What? And smashes into one of the books.
Not even phase, just like, you know.
And like he moves his head
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
first time, and like you can see like a brief flash of like he like winces
Yeah.
as he does so. You let them take the orb, and he takes another book and throws it.
Let.
And then
I'm
you see him kind of like, and his fingers click as his nails meet.
Before I went unconscious, I think I killed Butcher. But they took the body.
That is impressive. If true, big. No. If true, that removes a large piece from our enemy. However, I feel the dragon orb may be an even larger piece.
You talk like they're chess pieces. Is this...
Hides chest poor.
Dragon chess, literally.
he does carry a dragon chessboard,
Yeah.
but he kind of like habits.
You are the tactician of the pillars, yes? Based on your demeanor.
One might say so, yes.
I felt outnumbered, even though we had the numbers. They're very strong.
Yes, they are. They have been granted many gifts and boons from their patron.
I'm not used to losing.
Ha! And he kind of like weakly laughs, like, well,
I would rather
I
die.
would get used to such acts because it will not get any easier.
It is, I'd rather die in the effort than lose.
Well, that does not seem to have happened.
Not for lack of trying.
Well, far be it from me to dissuade a pawn from sacrificing itself. However, I believe your living may be more the fortunate outcome For you see, alive you may retrieve, whereas dead you would not.
I have no way of tracking them, though, unless we had a way to,
But you see, we don't need to track them, because we know what they're after.
the next one.
Exactly. So what we need to do is, instead of trying to follow in their footsteps, get one step ahead.
What would happen if they had all of them?
And he kind of, like, looks away from you again, winces a bit. I cannot say.
It's never been happened, I'm guessing.
No. Nothing like this has ever happened.
That's never good.
But, all is not lost. There are more than 2 dragon orbs, I assure you. And while those are 2 very powerful pieces that they control, it is not so easy for dragonkind to apply those necessary instruments, as you have no doubt seen. And you can remember back when even the Pillars of Bahamut were trying their best to control themselves in the presence of the dragon orb. It was not easy. So he continues like, and I have been thinking, Tiamat herself has little use for dragon orbs. Her essence is what was woven into their creation. What would she need them for? Something is missing. There is a piece that has been shrouded to my tactical awareness, and I mean to find it. And I think you have information for me that you may not realize is important, but I think I feel something tugging at the edges of our little campaign here. Something that doesn't quite fit the narrative. And he kind of like looks through Otis' books. I've been perusing the library around these parts, and I remember you mentioning the first dragon orb you found was at a temple north of here. Now, I'm sure you realize that is not where it should have been.
Yes. I run in with the water genie alluded to such.
Now, if it's not supposed to be there, what was it doing there? And how did they know where to find it? These are things that I think of that I cannot help but wonder who's actually doing this. Who's actually in charge of these so-called Knights of Tiamat? And what is their goal?
I have no idea, but if I may, I know I'm in no, with our failure, I am in no state to ask for favor. But
I feel you judge yourself too harshly. There are many times we ourselves have come in contact with the knights, and we have not ever killed one.
one of our own has family that wishes to take them against their will.
Ah, yes. I heard that commotion, and he kind of like stretches, like, it's of no concern to me, but what would you wish of me?
Is there any way the pillars could pull file, rank, and force duty from her being taken away from us? Invoke.
Absolutely.
The
I
hunt.
know you're not familiar with our order as much,
I'm not.
but yes, I think we may be able to help.
I know it's not the best solution, but maybe it's something to buy us time while she gets her sister on board.
And he laughs again at that. Something tells me that one will not listen to reason so much. A show of force, though, that we can do. And he kind of like looks at the books that are obviously less neat, and he kind of like cracks his neck, kind of sighs. He's like, and waves his staff as all the books kind of like lift, set themselves back. The one that came up, like that flew across the room, kind of like fixes itself, goes back.
That would have taken me forever.
It is a handy trick.
Chainmail weighs me down.
He just looks at you and you say that like he doesn't have a response to what you just said. So you see him like pick up his staff, kind of he grips it as he always does, like almost like it pains him to do so. And he begins walking out the door, and he leaves the big stacks of books alone. Okay, so now you have Korost, and you want him to go. Are you going straight towards?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is anyone else here with him, or is it just Jonas and Korost?
Dez, like, they kind of left, and then Jonas went over to the library, and Dez was just kind of still standing there, just kind of looking out over, like,
Okay, so you can see him, Jonas and Korost leave the library.
Do they look like they're walking back towards...
I mean, Korost is following Jonas, who I imagine is walking towards the front gate, which is where you found
Winnie.
I'll
Whisper's
have
sister.
caught
Winnie.
back up with you after town hall.
Dez is gonna kind of like she's gonna kind of see, like, can she tell if, like, Jonas is, like, marching with purpose to, like, go back over there or something, or like
I mean,
if
you
it kind of,
would
like,
have to ask Jonas.
Yeah, I mean,
I can.
do you want to perceive, or you could do?
I want to
right?
perceive if he, like, if I can, like, read his intent.
Yeah.
I don't
like-
think you really need to read that unless Jonas is actively trying to hide it.
I'm not trying to actively hide it. No.
All right, so Dez is just gonna kind of be like, "Ah, it's gonna be trouble." And she's gonna, like, walk that way and just.
I'll follow.
Yeah, that seems like something that is fairly obvious to anybody that is involved in the situation, which she definitely is. Okay, so we've got everybody except for Whisper, who is having a very, very bad time at the Silver
I
City.
Yeah,
went to Silver Set as well.
No, I went.
Oh, you went with.
I went with Dez.
Okay, never mind.
I watched
I
over
went
Dez because Dez seemed a
myself.
little out of it.
Okay.
And they went, "You look like shit," and I went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay. He follows you to Winnie, who is
Talking to Cal.
believably still talking to Calrin. And Calrin looks like he's got both hands on his swords, just like the face of someone who is ready to embrace death.
Yeah, mood. I don't even have to look at her to have that.
Mm-hmm. And you approach, and Winnie is still talking. She's still going off on Calrin about how her demands need to be met.
I look to Calren and introduce Calren.
He looks at you, and he's just like, "Oh no."
I brought someone who could maybe sort this out to help you.
He kind of like looks at you, and he looks at Korost, and he looks at Winnie. He's like, "Knock yourself out," and he like just pinches the bridge of his nose.
As quietly as possible,
Mhm.
I whispered to Korost, "She might be racist."
I'm laughing. Korost is not laughing. Just to be clear.
Because he's chromatic, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
he's a
that's
black
the only
dragonborn.
reason why I'm saying that.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I know exactly why you did it. It's really funny because you're right.
I mean, you have very good reason to believe that.
Yeah. She looks at you again, and she's like, "You again? I do not have time for your inane lectures, small man. And who have you brought to me? This." And she kind of looks at him, and she kind of like stares at him for a few minutes, and then she like looks at like the staff he has, and like his outfit. And she just kind of like, if it was possible for her to go whiter than she was, she would be, but she doesn't. But she just shuts up immediately.
Korost, if you will, this is who I speak of.
Mm. Korost is just like looking at her and like reading how she's reacting to his presence, and he kind of like he's smiling a little bit because he's like, okay, this is going to be easier than I even I thought. And you see him go back to his fingers clack together. It's like, I take it you know who I am. And when he just like...
This is funny because Whisper had no idea.
Yeah. It is funny. Well, the reason why she knows is because she's the heir to the thing and you're not. So
I know,
but
it's
You
funny.
also seem a little less educated on Bahamut, right?
Mhm.
Too.
Oh yeah, but I'm also proficient in history. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I just rolled bad.
Is it, how do you say it? Bahamut?
Bahamut.
Bahamut, okay.
Bahamut.
Yeah, wasn't sure.
You know.
Behemoth.
Bahamut.
That's very Final Fantasy.
Your sister has been tasked with a very important quest. And I'm not sure the Yuki clan can afford more dishonor than it's already given the Dragonborn name. So, unless the Pillars need to visit said clan's compound and reassess their wards and reassess what needs to be done, I suggest you abandon this fool's errand of retrieving your sister when we've given her a much more important duty. Now, I'm not going to tell you to scurry back to your clan's headquarters. I will merely suggest you stop making more trouble for a town that has seen its fair share. And do with that as you will. He kind of walks away. And you see when he kind of like, her brain processing, like what's happening. It's like when she heard Whisper has a job, what she thought she meant was like, the freaking city guard hired her to kill a rat or some shit.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't, there's no sense of really scale that she has to deal with because like she walked into this town which is half destroyed, like basically like fucking just this terrible thing that's happened to this town is like, this is an embarrassment. So she's definitely just kind of shocked, and Caloran kind of like looks at her. He kind of like leans over into her peripheral and kind of shrugs and leaves. So Winnie is now standing at the gates, not making as much of a show, but she's still, 6'7" Dragonborn standing at the gate of a mostly trading town. So there's still a couple guards that are keeping an eye on her.
I know you don't want to listen to me, but your sister you should talk to. She usually stays at the Gilded Rose.
She doesn't answer you. She doesn't like you very much.
Do with that what you will.
Okay.
And I kind of walk away.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's just left standing there.
Because I have no idea
Alright.
that you're at the sword sale.
No, why would you?
And I don't feel bad about it either.
Okay. So, Winnie does not make herself known to you for the rest of the day. Is there anything you guys wanted to do while you were in Cliffhaven as, like, a downtime thing? Because you have about a day or so before another story beat hits. Not to spoil it.
Are there any rich people that seem unbothered by the devastation, or like they're punishing the poor people for being terrible and poor?
No, the few that you remember from your time in Cliffhaven before
Yeah.
this whole thing started, even the ones that were, like, especially snooty and especially, like,
Sure.
not giving a shit, have the good sense to not look that way at the moment, because there's a lot of outside eyes looking in, and they don't want to seem like assholes.
Yeah. Does it?
So even if the high end like merchant class or aristocratic class, the few there is, even they, if not be down like actually doing manual labor, are doing something that would contribute to the charity work.
Does it seem like Whisper Sister, before she kind of walks off, looked open to being told she was ill and wanting to be healed? of that illness?
There's literally no way for me to answer that question.
Like,
The only way for us to resolve that is for you to try it.
But like, could I like insight check her to see if she would like listen to me at all, or? Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be real with you. There's probably a negative 50% million chance that she would ever listen to you, because the first thing you did when you saw her was try and like get buddy with her, and she threw you off twice. So no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Now, that's not to say that there aren't, still merchants that that you might be able to con out of whatever.
I don't con poor people. That's terrible.
No, they're like, I'm just saying, like, even like the people that are like the high merchant class.
Yeah, but as long as they're not being dicks, there's no reason to con them.
Okay.
I don't con like nice people.
Fair
That's
enough.
terrible. Who cons nice people?
Most con men.
That'd be terrible. Conning nice people? Yeah.
One might say that nice people are the easiest to con. Anyway.
No, that's rich, stupid people.
Anyway. Besides trying to steal from the rich and give to yourself, anyone have anything else they want to do?
Honk, shoo, honk,
Okay.
shoo, me.
So
Okay.
Who's Hunk Shoe?
Des is also like probably gonna turn in early,
Mm-hmm.
but she probably wants to like get up and like go fish or something.
Okay.
Just kind of like try something, like change the pace a little bit.
Okay. So you have like a net, or do you have a fishing? I know you have the bait and tackle that you bought from Jordan.
Oh, I didn't get a fishing pole, did I?
I think that's probably included in the bait and tackle kit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's very polite of you.
That is very polite of you. 'Cause
Isn't it though? Aren't I a generous
you're just such
DM?
Aren't
Such
you
a
just a
generous-
DM?
I'm just the best, aren't I? Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, she goes to bed early, probably gets up earlier than she would normally, like 5,
Mm-hmm.
and just like
Has Des ever fished before?
it won't. This is actually a question
There's
for
usually
you. So
a season in the deserts where it gets a rain and there's this flash flood and the rivers fill.
yeah, I guess it
I don't know,
depends on if there's
fish?
any rivers or if there's any like kind of water areas in the plains out by Andersville, the desert.
It has rained in Andersville enough to have a flowing river all of 3 times in your lifetime.
Okay. It kind of depends then if she ever on her travels when she's like out trying to catch a bandit or something, like on a long stint.
There may have been instances where you have found lakes or something akin to that. I don't know if you would have had fishing gear on you at that time, because you were probably on a job trying to apprehend somebody.
If you weren't trying to be alone, you do have a friend who's particularly good at living outside. Which I don't say.
And it doesn't necessarily need to be the first time that you've been to Cliffhaven when we did this. Like, Andersville and Cliffhaven have good relationship. It would be very possible that you've come to Cliffhaven before. Excuse me, oh my gosh. That came out of nowhere. You've been to Cliffhaven before, and, there's it's mostly fishermen, so.
Yeah.
Fishermen, sailors, and merchants.
I'd say she's like not very experienced, but she knows how to get the she knows how to bait it and she knows how to like toss it out. But
So intermediate.
yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Is there anything you're just trying to like relax? Kind of
I mean, if
keep your
there's
mind off
anything to
things?
roll for to see if I catch anything, that'd be fun. But
Absolutely,
like, it's
let's-
mostly just like a relaxed.
We
thing.
can roll for catch a fish. Why not?
Hell yeah. So those will probably have been sitting there for like 30, 45 minutes or something like that. And then finally.
Well, there's probably you probably catch a lot of like small like bait fish, the little ones that are in the shallows, and like they'll bite at the thing, and you'll catch them. And you're like, oh, okay, and you gotta take them and throw them back because they're not big enough to bring back.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like even if you were there, like you're gonna catch something. This is if you're gonna catch anything of note.
Okay. And what kind of roll is this? Is it
Survival.
survival.
Roll to survive.
I got a 13.
13? Okay. Through all of the recent upheaval and all of the like kind of craziness that's been going on in the ocean this time, there's been a couple times where like you've got like a hit on your line and it just took off and like the reel almost broke. So like there's something out there that's not necessarily what you would expect to see.
Okay.
You don't catch that,
Yeah.
but you definitely experience it.
It's like, holy hell! Like,
Yeah. Yeah, like it just goes and like you hear like the line like the freaking it's like it bends almost onto itself and before the line breaks. And that happens 3 or 4 times throughout the hours that you've been doing that. But you also catch a couple of fish that you might have expected to see on a coral reef. And you kind of like you can kind of tell by like what has happened that those were probably fish that made their home at the base of that temple that is no longer there.
Did I see them when I looked out? Like, did I see?
You couldn't see anything because the water it's like an ocean water. It's pretty murky. And even then, even if it wasn't normally murky, after that ridiculous upheaval that it's had, it would be very murky right now.
Oh, I meant like when we were in the water temple looking out. Did anything like did it look similar to anything I saw when I looked out into that?
No, because when you looked at it through the water temple, that was the elemental plane of water.
I meant like because I mean
That's
if
your point, right?
if anything was like
No.
transplanted
No,
and
no,
it
no,
was
no.
weird.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing quite so
Extraplanar.
ridiculously monstrous. Though you didn't catch the thing that snapped your line a couple times, so you never know. The ocean hides many mysteries.
Dez is just gonna kind of like look
Sorry
out.
for anyone who has like an ocean phobia.
Yeah, Dez is just gonna kind of look out and just be like, "What the hell was that?"
Why are you looking at me?
He loves the ocean.
When it was
in the
pulling the
ocean.
line, did it like have a crazy like fin and it was like on the
You
top
didn't
of
see
it? I
anything.
didn't see anything.
Like
Okay.
it just suddenly the line went out a good like 100 yards and then snapped like in an instant.
Oh shit. Okay. So that'll put a little a little jolt in you in the early morning. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Just a Mosasaurus.
Just a friendly neighborhood plesiosaur.
Dezz'll take back the fish. It looked like it looks pretty meaty, right? Like if like a fish that's like
It's like a lionfish.
it's like a lionfish.
Nice.
Okay.
Delicious.
Nice.
Right. You can eat it and it's very tasty, but it's not something you would expect to find in Cliffhaven
Beautiful.
or in the waters of Cliffhaven even. You know, it's-
Invasive and tasty, and with no natural predators, so they're great for spearfishing.
you just walk up to them and freaking stab
So
them. They don't give a
exotic.
shit.
You just
I'd
have
say
to have
Dez
it.
probably fished until like the sun came up.
Mhm.
And, like,
Lovely CC.
started getting a little warmer. That's like not as ideal fishing time. So
Okay. Right at high tide.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice.
So before going to bed,
Mm-hmm.
Addie would like to drink,
Mm-hmm.
but unlike normal, she's actually gonna buy her own drinks.
Oh fuck.
What?
She is
Holy
depressed
shit.
right now.
What the fuck?
She's gonna chill at
Safer.
the bar and drink off a bunch of stuff. So
Henley is legitimately surprised when you actually order a drink for yourself.
yeah. So how much would
you don't even know.
How much is a beer
Like,
here?
so
Like, how much is a banana? Like $3?
I mean, she doesn't ask him that. She's just gonna order drinks, and at a certain point, she's probably kind of drunk and decides to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So how much would that be?
What kind of alcohol are you drinking?
Probably not that expensive. Just like
ale.
just some ale.
How much do you drink?
Kind of
To
a
drunk.
lot.
To drunk.
As an orc.
As work.
She hasn't developed
Probably
taste
like
for the
5 silver.
Andersville
Okay.
finest.
I'll do math in a bit. Okay, but so she's drinking on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gives the sailor some pause because she's usually not.
Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of giving you a look that they're not used to it, but there's also a lot of people that are kind of like wrapped up in their own things.
Sure.
You do see Yasadi come through a couple times, and she does not pay you much attention. but it's hard to miss. She's very large and shiny.
So she's gonna be deep in thought because Grooms totally killed that guy,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of swore not to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and she's always believed that like Grooms doesn't want people to just die for no reason. Dying in battle is one thing, I guess, but like if you just kind of lost, it's not great. It's not very honorable to lose a battle.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's gonna get drunk and go pick up a dude anyway. Or a gal. Just whoever happens to be there. Big, strong sailor lady, sailor dude,
Mm-hmm.
both.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to
Are you
her.
going? What are you going for here?
Oh, literally whoever's feeling it. Just like
make a
normal.
persuasion check.
Just like normal.
We'll see what's going on.
Okay. Oh no, the bone die didn't roll well today, apparently. It's not in my collection.
You should just
Oh, I
go
didn't.
from dice jail for
I
Mondays.
should, because I did not do well. Why do I ever not roll the bone die? 7. Apparently I'm paying for my own room tonight, too.
No, they're not feeling your vibes.
Yeah.
You're so sad, and it's not
I'm
doing
depressed,
it.
yeah.
Like they're just not picking up what you're putting down.
So how much does a room cost?
Henley's not gonna charge you for a room.
Aw, Henley's so nice.
You know who is in the mood to be sad? It's Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
And she's coming down from her room at the ripe hour of 11 o'clock
Jesus Christ.
Like in the morning or in the evening?
in the morning.
Okay.
The overripe hour of 11 o'clock is right. God dang.
I'll bump into you on my way down and say, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought I was going to meet you at the bar.
Oh. I
Are
got
we
the
in the
wrong
morning
11.
Because I have a
I'm so
one-liner.
Yeah,
confused.
this is in the morning.
I have a
Sure,
one-liner.
sure. Meet me at the bar.
My one-liner is, day drinking?
I'm in.
Always? Yeah.
Gambling, I'm in.
Want some?
Sure, yeah. What's your
I
passive
buy
perception?
her some beer too.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
A lot.
A lot? Well, then you immediately notice that I'm not wearing armor.
17, yeah.
I'm in an extremely smart, gray-blue dress coat with navy blue slacks that are folded and pinched and tied in just the right ways with silver buttons, and it's very flattering, very beautiful, and distinctly not battle ready.
You're really, really pretty when you want to be.
Thank you. I think I'm always pretty, but
Is
this is
this-
the
is
nicest
this
thing you've
for-
said to me, I think.
Is this all for, that kind of bitch that showed up yesterday?
Yes and no.
Yeah? A little bit for yourself too, you feel good?
I feel better. Yeah. See, I didn't dress like this for her. She doesn't make me want to put the armor on,
Oh, that sucks.
That's I'll get over it.
Do you feel better in the armor or in this get out?
I feel better when I fight.
Wanna spar then?
You know what? Yeah, I do. Let's do it.
Wanna
Let's
put
go.
on that armor first? You wanna fight in that?
Fucking-
Absolutely not.
Fucking crash. Final Fantasy music starts.
Well, then if you're not wearing your armor, I'll take off the chainmail and just have the tabard on.
Before we get into that too much, is there anything that Dez or Jonas wants to do?
Well,
First.
Des probably wrapped up and then kind of collected herself, and that was pretty early. So part of me wanted to walk in around this time and with a lionfish in hand, ready to go have Henley pick it up.
I caught lunch.
Just be walk in and be yeah. And she walks to the door and she sees this interaction going on and sees Whisper's very smart outfit. She's damn, who died?
Kind of touchy about death, so my face is
My soul.
Jesus.
Nobody, that's who.
Nobody's died and no one ever will.
Never again.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Alright.
So Giannis has a couple things. First of all, he's looking for Ace or
You saw
Calran.
Calran?
Whoever he finds first. And he wants to find both at some point, but like
Assyrian, as far as you know, is continuing to patrol the outskirts of town up and down the mountainsides. So
okay,
you
probably hard to find.
you can definitely find Calran. He's not hard to find.
Okay, I would go to Calran.
Okay.
See at the gate or something like that, or just somewhere he's on guard.
He's at City Hall. You can see him kind of like guiding people around as the place is getting rebuilt. He's got like his cloak and his two swords. He's not, like I said, he's not hard to find.
Good morning, Cal.
Oh, Giannis, I see you've once again solved one of Cliffhaven's many problems. I owe you one for that one.
I also made it harder on you as well.
Yeah, but all's well that ends well.
I apologize.
Well, I appreciate that. Giannis, what can I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
He kind of points to something and he points somewhere else.
Do
Yeah, go
it
ahead.
six.
Yeah.
Your sister, Deandra.
Mm-hmm. What about her?
How long have you been separate from your family?
Okay. Not a conversation I thought I'd be having today, Giannis, I gotta admit to you, but since I did just say I owed you a favor, it's been about 23 years now.
Long time.
For most.
Ah, yes, half elf, right.
Elves too. More so, even.
I've been gone for 7 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
Does it take a toll on you like it does on me? Or do you not miss it?
I think it's a bit different because I left kind of on my own. Though it does hurt that you don't hear from family, even though you kind of made your way towards something else. But from what I understand, the elves have been sheltered from the rest of the world for pretty much the same amount of time, so clearly something's going on that they don't want the rest of us to know about.
You are half elf.
Make an insight check, by the way.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
23. I keep looking at the
He's
mic.
not being completely truthful when he tells you that.
Which part?
When he says they're hiding something from the rest of us, he's not telling you the truth. The whole truth, anyway. At least you get that feeling.
Cal, I know we are not close.
He kind of like looks. He kind of like looks to the sky. He kind of like looks around, like, yeah, all right, sure.
But there's no reason to lie.
Oh, there's plenty of reasons to lie, my friend.
I haven't found any yet.
Keep looking.
Well, I don't want to disturb your morning too much. I just was curious. I was forced from mine. I was not used to people choosing to leave.
Well, sometimes a certain lifestyle just doesn't agree with you. And then sometimes you don't agree with the lifestyle.
So, have you known where they were?
Did I know where the
elves were? Most people have seen unaware.
I've got an idea. Having been there before.
So they retreated home then.
I think your favors may have been about run out there.
That's fun. That's fun. I don't want to pry. I just want to.
Don't you though?
I'm more of one.
Don't you want to pry a little bit, Jonas? I understand. It's okay. I don't hold it against you, but
I'm more of. I like to know who I work with.
well, I can't be giving away all the secrets that
I don't
know.
want to know where. Yes.
But let me just say that telling you to trust me doesn't make much of a difference one way or the other. But you've seen how I conduct myself. You've seen how what I do for this city, and I hope that that's enough.
It is.
All right.
Have a good morning. And a good noon.
You too, friend.
And a good evening.
Good night.
Have a good one, Jonas. He goes back to like doing the logistics for the reconstruction.
Oh, she was quite an archer, by the way.
Yeah, don't let her tell you that. You'll never fucking hear the end of it.
I for sure thought you were gonna go. Well then, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
He almost said that.
In case I don't see you.
If I know Ace is not, gosh, no, I'm not gonna go. I've maybe said 3 things to the other Dragonborn, and one of them was when I helped person. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push the luck. So I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean, the other Dragonborn, like the Knights?
No, what's her name?
Yasadi?
Yasadi.
That's
My
right.
interactions with Yasadi are.
To be fair, Yasadi does not make it easy on you. She is, as much as she has like the gleaming silver armor and like the gleaming scales, she's less approachable than even Korast. Because at least Korast will talk to you.
To me, Koros is like the most approachable.
Yeah.
I don't know. As Jonas, I see where he comes from.
Mhm.
You know.
That's wild because Whisper thinks Ace is the most approachable, clearly.
Well,
Yeah.
depends on what you're approaching him for, I suppose.
Yeah. There's something incoming. But
Ace is extremely friendly, but also gigantic and overbearing.
yeah, the thing with Ace,
For some.
I'm not calling Ace I don't know how to say it. Ace is very good at what Ace does, but I'm more into the tactics right now.
Yeah, Ace
And-
is
and
not the
Korra-
tactician.
Yeah, and that's why Koros is like the thinker right now. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ace is the muscle. Even though, Yasadi is also the muscle.
Jonas is
There's
like
2 muscles.
Jonas is thinking home. He's thinking,
There's 2 wolves
if I
inside
had
of you.
if I had a war council, who would I fucking have on it? It'd be Koros.
Mhm.
You know.
It depends, because Korast is good as an analytical, objective mind, but Ace does have the moral compass needed to guide.
Which would be important
Yeah.
during the war, but I want to figure out the puzzle of the war. Yeah, I mean, is what
And
Jonas
yeah,
is trying to.
If you want to figure out the puzzle and put all the pieces together, Korast is absolutely who you want to talk to. Okay, so we've got that all settled. Do you 2 want to do the fight?
Right!
Yeah.
I roll for initiative.
Shit.
10.
4.
Okay.
But we knew that was happening.
Go ahead and go first, Whisper.
Oh god, what is my AC without armor?
You tell me.
Just take it up on D&D Beyond.
No.
10 plus your dexterity, most likely.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's not good.
Unless you're a monk or a barbarian,
Or you have mage armor.
or you
Or you're a blade singer.
natural.
Or a fucking
Yeah.
million other
I'm
goddamn...
I'm gonna keep the
rules.
shield and the mace.
Okay, so that's 12 plus your AC.
12 is the next hit.
I
shit.
have
Well-
not. I don't have a weapon. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Did I do it in 2?
Oh, we just want to use fists? I'll put the mace down.
I don't know if you noticed. I don't have my sword.
Crap. 1 second.
You have Tavern Brawler. You're very...
Oh no, that's fine.
You're extremely
I-
nervous for this, for some reason.
Oh no, I exited out of Addie, and so
Oh, I see.
she's not opening back up on the
I see.
tablet. But it's fine. That's what I have my phone for.
Alright.
But with an armor class of 10, this is gonna go great.
Yeah.
It's just a friendly sparring match
It's fine. Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
for...
Unarmed strike.
Well, I guess you hit.
That's
Yep,
4.
that would definitely hit. What are we going down to?
Until
0?
one of you either passes out or gives up.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
So
I just
take-
open with a swift jab. And then you do another one. Why not? 1,
Does
2.
it, well, actually, give me some flavor. Does it look practiced in this instance, or does it look like...
Yeah, what does it look like?
Emotional.
It looks like my stance is right and the punches are clean for now. It looks like this isn't what I do, but it looks like I've been trained in it a little bit. Enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that second hit's a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 8 damage total bludgeoning.
Let's find Tavern Bro. How does your unarmed strike do that much damage?
She's strong.
It's 1 plus
My
your recon.
strength, I have a strength of 17.
1 plus 3.
But isn't that 4?
What did you do?
I did 2 hits.
Oh, 8 total.
Mhm.
I did 4 and 8. I got you. That makes sense. That was a 6.
Yours is a D4,
Plus
right?
6, which is a
Rolling.
12.
Nope.
Damn. Then I offhand attack with a different dice. For much less than that. So I still don't hit.
Okay. I try to grapple. After I activate my Frost Rune.
Which does what?
My Frost Rune, which the word is east.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me +2 to ability checks, saving throws, use strength or constitution.
Okay. Tell me about grappling.
Pretty sure it's a strength thing, or,
Mhm.
or
It should be
Right?
athletics versus athletics.
athletics versus athletics.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I get +2. It's not advantage, but clearly.
It's not advantage, true.
You just find athletics.
That
Ready?
doesn't look terrible.
Steady? Go. Bitches. 12.
Ready, steady, go.
That's a 21.
You win.
Comes the way.
Alright, you have now grappled and restrained Audie.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, I think that's all I can do in my turn.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, did you which way we grappled? Face to face or behind me?
Very much some jujitsu shit.
You behind me or face to face?
Face to face.
Okay, I'll headbutt you
Okay. I think that you
Just
would have
an
done
attack.
that either way.
to attack.
Just attack against Stacy.
But it can be like my Tavern Brawler just flavored.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Wow!
Hot damn!
And I actually get to roll.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is. Oh wait, how does it work?
Max
So-
dice roll.
So
It's
max
your
dice
max.
roll
It's
for
the maximum
4.
that you can get, and then your dice roll.
4 plus what you roll.
7. So 4, 2, 3. Just 4,
9.
6, and 9. 9.
9.
Then I also did math wrong last time. So.
Okay.
Mm.
Back and forth. Let's go.
That's the
Hold on,
headbutt.
I don't
Yeah.
know what to do.
This is my
With my
Andersville.
bonus
This is my
action,
Andersville
though.
playlist.
There's not
Is it
exactly
really?
a
Yeah.
mechanics for
It's
it.
called Wild West.
I get you an arm bar, so you'll tap.
Right? Just Will Smith.
Let's do another athletics check.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
13!
Okay, that's
The finest.
When I think of Brawl, I just think
Yeah,
of
it's
Wild
10.
West.
Okay. So you kind of flip over and try and trap her arm. She's able to power out of it. So you guys are now no longer grappled because you tried to do a specific thing.
Super leg jump.
Alright.
Super
I'll
leg.
take that.
So now it's back to Audie's turn. You are no longer grappled. So you guys are up and
Punch the gut, punch the face.
okay.
10 plus 6, 16.
That hits.
5 damage.
That hits.
5 damage. Apparently I'm really good at rolling 2s. Who knew?
Alright, I'll punch you back.
Do it.
That's a natural 16. And
That hits.
I think that's a 10.
That would hit. It's not hard to hit.
Yeah, that's a
me.
10.
Yeah.
That's 2 hits.
So that's 8 damage.
So that's 8.
It'll do 4 damage every time.
Yeah.
True, I keep forgetting that.
I don't have tavern brawler.
Sure. Okay.
What are you guys at?
I'm at 21.
27.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Still
go
grapple,
in.
right? We're all still grapple?
No.
Not grapple.
I'm gonna go in and like try to punch you. Kind of in the solar plexus area.
Punch her in the tit.
I thought about that. That seemed really mean for somebody who's sad.
It'll distract them.
This is
21.
literally just eating fish, like, while this is all happening.
Yeah, you've got like the fish roasting
7
over and you
damage.
peeled it off and you're just like,
And for my bonus action, because I'm a tavern brawler, I attempt to grapple.
Hit her with a left hook.
Oh, Jesus.
13.
Yeah, I didn't get a 13. I'm pretty sure this is a, That's a 7.
okay. So you now,
So we're
Whisper
face
is
to face
grappled.
grappled.
okay. Back to Whisper.
Back to you.
I think this is the most fun I've ever had being around you.
And I'll copy your headbutt.
That's an 11.
That hits.
So that's 4.
Is it like a pretty good connection, like a dunk?
Yeah.
And then, for good measure, I go, donk.
Do it again.
It's like a 2. That's a 10.
Does it again?
Dez is just gonna be like, I always knew you were hard-headed, but damn.
I'm
I
gonna,
got horns.
because I'm a tavern brawler and can grapple as my bonus action.
Mhm.
Can I use my action to headbutt, which gives me the bonus action to do a grapple to get her to tap out?
Sure.
Sweet.
I mean, you might just knock me out, but D&D Beyond is like, you exited, and therefore I'm punching you.
Oh no, me too!
Oh, there it goes.
That's 21.
Yeah, that hits. My AC is 14.
That's helpful information.
Another 2.
Another 2, yeah, 5.
Alright, now do your bonus thing to
Now,
get her
now
to...
do that.
What
that
are you
grapple.
trying to do?
I'm gonna squeeze her so hard because hugs are nice when you're sad,
Bear hug?
Yeah.
Okay.
and that's 15 plus 6, so 21 again.
Also 21.
Sweet. So we're just bear hugging it out.
Okay. So y'all... You don't tap her out. I'm not gonna...
No, we're
Yeah.
bear hugging it out.
You
It's
guys-
good.
You don't
guys
want
are
to do
just-
rollies to see who gets the...
No, I
No.
like bear hugging. It's good.
No, it's essentially a failure of what she's trying to do,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So it is now Whisper's turn again.
I need
You are still grappled.
It's kind of like ends up being that like boxing thing where they like kind of both like just
Yeah,
take a
they're
moment.
tying up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going, bonk, bonk,
Mm-hmm.
bonk, bonk. That's a 12 and a, oh shit,
Wow.
24.
That'll do it.
Kobe, 8 more
I'm
damage.
It's good. It's so good.
Back now, ever did.
See, I'm gonna do the same thing with the headbutt and then the grappling thing.
Bonk, 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 bonk,
That's
bonk.
an 11, so I don't hit you with that.
No,
But then we do the grapply bear hugs,
Okay,
which is a 22.
16.
Okay. In that case, she gets you in a she gets like under your ribs, and you cannot breathe
Oh shit.
until you tap out.
Oh, I release you, but I don't like let you out of the hug because God, it's good to cry it out, girl.
And we're about this. You're short for an orc, so you're like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm like 6'2". We're about the same height. My head goes on your shoulder.
That's right. You just cry it out. It's okay.
You're not gonna see me cry, but I appreciate you.
You can fake cry. Feels better, doesn't it?
Woe is me.
There you go. There you go.
Girl, I think I get you now.
As you guys are having your little moment, there, I wanted
Girl
to do
trip.
this as you guys were fighting, but you grappled so much that there wasn't a chance to do it. But you guys are in like the, I want to say the courtyard of the Silver Sail.
Yeah,
Yes.
to be polite.
This is my love playlist, just to be clear.
Gross.
I mean, that
I
is
love
usually
you
a
so
funny
much.
It's called Elysium.
Platonic.
It is. I bet it is.
Right, there are plenty of ways to love people platonically.
You say that, and after
Most of the
a
people
slight
I love
flash
to
of
put-
light, you see Desiree standing next to you, who is the human wizard that teleported you
Sure,
to
sure.
the water temple back in Ravendale.
Des is gonna like it was like pretty like it was a flashlight.
Literally, like boom, and he's there.
and Des is like, ah, fuck, you got it. You,
Oh,
Yeah, I scream.
like, cause she like what? She like
He's like, oh,
she was like crossbows drawn. She's like, ah, fuck.
don't shoot, please. Okay, all right, fair.
Take it outside.
We
We are outside.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
I thought we were in the bar this whole time.
Oh, the courtyard.
I thought this was a
I-
We
bar brawl.
retconned it at the last
I thought this
No,
was Truman Show.
I am
shit.
a
Okay.
bar brawler. We were outside.
It is and it isn't.
Okay, so Des was sitting on a bench in the porch,
Yeah.
eating. Okay, that
Yeah.
I
They
understand.
have
now.
tables out there for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And even if they didn't, Des would just drag one out.
Also, I think we've sat at one before. We were smoking or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So he's got his hands up like, don't shoot me, please. Jesus. Not Jesus. Whatever.
One true.
One true.
So bad.
Dov'è?
In the name of Bahamut, please.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Makes
There you
more
go. There you
sense.
Okay. Sorry. I just thought this would be the easiest way to get here. I probably should have called first. And he kind of like looked around like, you guys have a Farstone, right? And
Well, I
he
don't.
thinks about it. Anyway. Oh.
We
Right.
did that talking thing though, remember? Is that it was always that
Oh,
thing?
right. We had a messenger thing.
Yeah, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I really did convince him of that last time.
Yeah. Terrifying. Anyway, I'm here to set up a bit of a communication line between this great little town. He looks around. It's literally fucking destroyed. He's like, and in Ravendale, since you guys seem to be so fond of it for some reason.
Yeah, because it's amazing.
A word that you could use to describe it, I suppose.
That
Oh
you
my god,
would
they
use.
literally just went through a disaster. Can you show
It-
just like this much
He
time?
like looks over at like the silver sails, like there's like a column, and he kind of like looks at it, and he picks a splinter off of it and flicks it. Like, true enough. Anyway,
Is my horse okay?
sure.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Is it a lie if I don't know?
That is not something to tell the sheriff. God.
She's not the sheriff of this place.
Continue with what you were saying earlier.
Well, the good news is that soon you'll be able to check on your horse yourself, because I'm here to set up a teleportation permanent circle to Ravendale.
Have you
'Cause-
gotten better at it?
What do you mean? I resent that implication. You guys got exactly where you need to go, and I know this because there's no longer a giant temple threatening to destroy the entire universe.
Don't look at me. I'm not complaining.
Thank you.
I look miserable.
Yeah. he doesn't care.
If you saw the shit I saw, there were tentacles everywhere. What in the fresh fuck was that?
Not in the hot way.
Oh.
Is this
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So
Earplugs.
there's this one type of way that you can be intimate.
Oh, for fuck.
Oh my god, don't worry about it. Or
So he didn't really answer you at all, really. This is not City Hall. I must have missed it. He kind of looks around. Where is City Hall?
It's that way.
And he's like, yes,
Just
yes, of
point at
course.
360.
I don't actually know which direction it's in, so I would have pointed.
It's in
You
Improv.
definitely
You just-
know which direction it's in.
I don't know which
It's just
direction
improv.
it's
You
in.
point
so
and
I
go with
pointed in the direction.
Okay, I understand. Gotcha. You personally don't.
Yeah, I don't know what
and
direction it's in.
Well, to inform you, it is northeast of here.
That way.
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast. The Silver Sail is on the southwest area of Cliffhaven. So, and then City Hall is basically in the middle. That's,
Unless I'm facing the wrong
that's
way.
not.
That way.
That's nothing.
I know it's
You've done nothing.
It is nothing. But
Weast.
hey, it's west.
Anyway, you see him scurry off.
Bye.
He's like, he kind of like walks a good 20, 30 feet, turns around, like, are you guys coming, or?
Oh, apparently. Sure, why not?
I think I have. I need to find someone before I could go anywhere. Are we leaving?
Weren't you supposed to meet her at the town hall, though?
I just can't go to Ravendale yet.
Oh, no. We're setting up a circle. You can go into the circle and transport to Ravendale whenever you want.
Okay.
There's no need, there's no impetus or urgency, really. It's just, Mikhail thought it would be a good idea to have a direct line instead of traipsing up and down or renting a boat or anything like that. And, you know, after the superior, skill that I showed in magically teleporting,
Glazed over.
and he's just going on. He thought that it would be a great idea if we could set up teleportation circles and different areas so that getting around would be a lot easier, and we might be able to outflank our opponents.
Yeah, I'll follow you. Yeah, sounds good.
And he's very, you can tell he's very proud of like what he's saying, even though none of you seem to give a shit. Unless some of you give a shit, I don't know. You tell me.
Des gives 0 shits.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
Where's my fucking horse?
well, she's just like, I guess this fucker wants us to join hands in a circle or some shit.
We're all gonna sing
I'm
Kumbaya.
gonna sing Kumbaya. Fucking yeah.
So he hurries off towards City Hall, rushes in, and you see, so, to your surprise, the entire congregation of the Pillars of Bahamut. Ace is there, Isadi is there, Koros is also there.
But not Fakel, right?
Bakel is not there.
Okay.
The captains of the Pillars of Bahamut.
Is our green dragonborn friend nearby or no?
Yeah, I imagine she would have been at the bar, yeah.
Okay.
She's around.
Okay.
But, y'all been sad, so she kind of left
Yeah.
left you alone.
She doesn't seem like the
hug type.
She read the room.
Yeah,
some people can deal with crying and some cannot.
yeah.
She didn't seem like the
She's like, oh, okay, well, okay.
pat,
Yeah,
bye.
pat. See you later.
Yeah,
Hope-
she seems the type.
Hope you're fine tomorrow. And just leaves her. Yeah, so she wasn't much help, unfortunately.
No,
She's
I-
not, she's,
I got the vibe.
Anyway. As Deseret comes in, and he kind of looks around, he's like, ah, excellent, we're already set. And they kind of like look at him like, and Ace just has to like shake it, so like, oh, Deseret, excellent, what? Kind of like looks at everyone and kind of like leans like way down, like, what are you doing here? Not whispering, everyone can hear what he said. It's like,
Especially me, 'cause
yeah.
that's where I am.
True. Ah, yes, Assyrian. New news from Ravendale. We're setting up a teleportation network. Isn't that exciting? And you just see, like, the 3 of the pillars captain just like, we're doing what now? We're doing, huh?
I was in the, because I wasn't with them when they met, so I was in there in the town hall with the pillars
Okay.
in the library and came out when stuff
Okay,
was
so you
happening.
were okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
You want to go over what you were doing before we get too far into this, then?
no, it's I've just been trying to research more on the dragon orbs. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm not sure if I'll find anything, but I've just been trying to look for stuff. But essentially, when I see Deseret, I go, "Oh, Big D, good to see you again."
That's right.
This guy. I like this guy.
We made it safe, by the way. Obviously.
Yeah, none of you are spliced together or anything.
No,
Very
I
impressive.
Didn't
I
even
think.
expect it.
What?
You know,
Spiced
it's interesting
together?
you should say that because I feel like I've gotten a little angrier since I've gone through.
Interesting. How would he takes out a notepad? Please describe the feelings that you've had after going through the teleportation circle.
Rage.
Rage.
Bitterness.
Okay.
And I can't shake this feeling that, you know, that human males that are just covered in silver runes, they just, something about them, it just gives me like an irkiness.
Unreasonable phobia of runes. Interesting. I'll have to do some research into this, but thank you. Thank you for your input. Anyway, Miss Mayor, if I may be so bold.
Her name is Lillian, just so you know if you haven't met yet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, this guy, so helpful, so nice. Why can't you all be like him some more?
He likes me.
Everything.
Literally looking straight at that.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like,
It's just-
she's not got her hand on her cross, but she's just like patting it and just like.
I don't like to hurt people, but this guy, I could punch him, right?
Anyway,
He's just so lovable, right?
Miss Lillian Mayor Lovett, please, if I may be so bold as to request any room in City Hall, I would very much appreciate to set up a nice little teleportation type deal, or if not in City Hall, though that would be preferable, and he kind of looks around because like, it's a nice place. Anywhere that I could set up such a network, I feel it would be very beneficial to both of us. And Lena just kind of looks at him. He kind of looks up. He's got a good point. That would be very useful. How many people could go through this this portal? He's like, oh, that's anybody who wants to go through. One at a time, of course. And she kind of looks at him like, well, okay, I've got a place. And she kind of like steps like, and she's on this like little bit of a raised platform that you guys have seen a couple times. It's almost like a stage that you would see for like a play, but a raised platform for where people do speeches and such. And she kind of leads you into a back room, like down to the left, and then there's several little offices. One you see Lillian Lovett, Mayor. You see Calrin's captain of the guard room as well, and you see a couple less used ones. Some of them that don't have any placard and there's nothing on them, and they're a little, and like it gets a little dusty in that area. Like, well, we've had this utility closet that's gone a bit unused ever since we lost a lot of the resources that we needed to keep all this stuff going. But if you need it for magic circles or whatever, then yeah, we can do that. And she opens, and she like takes a key out of her pocket, like on a ring. It takes about 5-6 seconds for her to find it, because like, okay, here we go. And she unlocks it, and it opens up into a room. It's about 20 by 20. It's not exceptionally large, but
20 by 20. I lived in a space that small.
tragic.
We lived in a 20 by 10.
My place in Melrose was 20 by 20.
Oh, that's right.
And he's like, oh, I only need about 5 feet, so I suppose this works. And though he's looking around kind of like, this was not what he had in mind when he saw the rest of the place. It's like, it's fine. And he's like, kind of like, he takes out a little component pouch.
Cranes.
What are they?
Cranes.
Okay.
Yeah, crayons.
Crayons.
Guys, is it crayons or crayons?
The world may never know.
Or is it crowns?
No,
Jeez.
it's not
Not
crowns.
crayons. It's crayons.
I mean,
Fuck royalty.
it can be if you want it to be.
Either way, you see him sprinkling dust around a 5-foot circle, and he's very meticulous. Like you see him, like if ever something is out of place, he like bends over and he'll take out a little brush and he'll brush it away. And it takes if you guys want to do something while you're watching him, please feel free to do so. But it takes him about 5, 6, 7 minutes to do it.
I muttered to Ace, like, you see my sister?
Is that who that was? Yes, I did see her. She was very striking.
Yeah. I need to talk to her after this. Do you know where she was?
Gilded Rose, I believe. Isn't that where you stay? I'm surprised you didn't run into her.
I may have avoided it.
Oh, did you not stay at the Gilded Rose?
No. I was at the... No, I stayed at the Silver Sail. I didn't want to...
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to sleep. I didn't
This is the first time you've seen her without the armor as well.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm. Like a business suit almost.
Like, it's still, like, period appropriate.
Yeah, a
Just,
period
like,
appropriate business suit.
It's woolen, it's feminine.
Period appropriate power suit.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, it's definitely on the masculine side, but it's got feminine
Okay.
like accessories like lace and ruffles, and the jewelry is all very delicate and ornate in a way that men probably wouldn't be bold enough to try.
Yeah.
They may have told your sister to find you in the Gilded Rose.
Well, then that's where she'll find me.
Will she actually?
I'll go after this.
Do you want us all to go with you, like
Oh.
back you up, or
I should probably. Koras, do you want to explain what we did?
And before you can get into that particular plot line, Desert kind of stands up. He's like, "All right, here we go," and you see him trace arcane runes in the
Just a
air,
minute.
and instead of the usual glowing like ring of the circle that you usually see when he does this kind of thing, instead you hear a rip. Just that, like, somebody took, like, the thickest fabric they could and just shredded it. And instead of this glowing ring, a tear opens through the air, and this pulsating red energy pops out, and kind of, like, blows all your hair back as this hot, humid, brutal energy pours out. And you can see, if you look through the portal, like this swirling red, and then you see a set of eyes look through, and then another, and then three more, and then with another another shredding sound effect, the tear rips open, and with another big flash, you see what looks like three, not necessarily small, but not necessarily large, winged creatures, accompanied by two, you want to say humanoid, but they're hunched, and they're gaunt, and they're covered in these metal plates in various random parts of their body, as they snarl, and they hiss, and they basically attack. And you're all going to roll for initiative, and you notice that when this tear goes through, the walls to this area blow out. And instead of in this small, cramped little room, the two rooms adjacent are now available. As it just, but also covered in
Clears the
rubble.
walls, essentially.
Essentially, like, you know how, like, if it would be like if somebody blew a bomb right here, and, like, the walls to the two frickin' apartments next would just be gone. So, like, it's this big, like,
Shrapnel
80,
everywhere,
like,
like-
80 foot wide by 20 feet deep. And it's, time to roll for initiative.
I'm not wearing armor, I don't have a weapon, I have 9 HP.
Yep.
I can give you a weapon.
I won't be proficient. But sure, you know what?
Can
Fuck
you
it.
use moles?
I can use...
Because we've spent time together, I know what you can use.
Is that a martial weapon?
Alright. Now that the demons have ripped their way into this now much more open yet cluttered still space, what are all of your initiatives? Let's go with if anybody got higher than a 20.
Nar.
Anybody with a 20 or higher? No? Okay. Anybody over a 15?
18.
Alright, 18 for Whisper. Anybody over a 10? Yikes. Anybody over a 5?
9.
9.
9.
I'm
Nine?
really,
Holy
I'm the
shit.
end of that row of 9s.
It's
So
gonna
I'm
go
assuming it's Dez. Okay.
Yeah.
9.
For those of you listening, it's Des, Jonas, Addie.
Mm-hmm.
It's never Addie first. Let's be honest.
Not with a minus 2.
That's insane. That's my second 9.
Okay.
We're gonna 1, so.
So now that we've got our initiative together, I'm going to require everybody in here to make a strength saving throw to avoid being launched backwards into the adjoining rooms from the explosion that happened from that portal being opened.
8.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
15.
13.
It actually is kind of hilarious that I'm good at strength saving throws with a -1 to strength.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Alright, so. Succeeded? And 16? Succeeded. The other two do not succeed and are blasted 10 feet back into the adjoining rooms. The other one was.
I'm right there.
So we're going to put you here. Just like that. And, the first people to go are going to be the small little insectoid creatures that you see. About this big, green, large eyes, long horns. At least they were for a moment, as each one of them transforms into some grotesque amalgamation of one turns into a giant centipede and flies over and tries to wrap itself around Jonas.
Is this a good
It
guy?
doesn't. It's flying and then turns into a centipede mid-flight, essentially.
Is this a good guy or bad guy right here?
That is Lillian.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a good guy.
Are they Tabaxi? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
We
I
work
was
with what we
curious.
have.
Huh?
All those cool pieces we have aren't done yet. So we work with what we have, John.
Oh, for the humans? Oh.
Yeah. The other one turns into a bat, flies over to accost these people. This one also turns into a centipede and flies to try to wrap around Dez. Alright, they're going to make some attacks. First one, we're going to be against Jonas. I assume an 8 does not hit.
No.
Okay.
I assume I'm no longer exhausted after my long rest, right?
Yes, you are no longer exhausted. You took
Oh,
the
and
rest. You're
for our viewers, while we were doing our setup of the map, we announced that they did get a short rest for our 2.
Yeah, I did allow them to take the short rest of the time frame between
The fight.
Dezeric showing up and the fight initiating because it didn't seem sporting to just have 2 players who beat the shit out of each other to be just out of thing. I miss subdual damage because that's what this would be in like 3.5. Like they would just kind of like not be counted. It was a weird rule actually, but in either case, I allow them to heal just for the sake of I guess balance because it would be kind of lame if they just died.
Did your short rest get you guys the max? Or?
So you know,
I used all my
Close.
dice.
and sorry, like I'm sure some people might be like, oh, you're going easy on them, but
I feel
Yeah.
Try
like
to have fun.
I think it could have been an hour between that.
it could have been. It could have easily have been an hour, but you know, either way, we're gonna go.
I mean, if you
with
want to
this.
just count it as we weren't really damaged because we were just friendly brawling, that's a different game.
I feel like that's probably more accurate as to what was happening. We weren't trying to actually like hurt each other. But either way, after the demons that shapeshifted and tried to do that, we're going to do that. And we're also going to do one into Dez. I rolled an 8 again. the fuck? And then... Okay, so great rolls, guys. Killing me. Alright. They all kind of like wrap around, but you're able to like swat them away in a panic as like everything kind of... Your ears are still kind of ringing. And then get hit in the face with a freaking centipede and you're just like, ah, shit. And then after that, Whisper is able to collect herself after getting blown back, and it's now her turn.
Where are your daggers?
They have daggers.
I have daggers.
They have daggers. You don't have daggers.
I have spears.
You have spears.
On my back.
I'm gonna punch the centipede. Or bat. Is it a bat?
It's a bat.
It's a bat. I'm gonna punch the bat.
Mm-hmm. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? I'll punch a bird. I don't give a fuck. Bats are not birds.
It's true.
That is... One is a 17... No, 18, and the other is a 23.
A little hit.
My E23.
And so those are... That's 8 clean.
Okay. To the bat. Okay. That's it? Everything else?
That's it.
Okay. Next up is a demon I've named Billy, because it's funny.
It's Billy.
There's one from Ted.
No, the other, it's
That actually
Billy and
would've been
Bobo are the two names of the...
What was it?
Billy and Bobo.
Okay.
It would have been next level if you named him Beavis and Butthead.
No, me and John want to
That's
say
co-
Billy
that's-
and
that's-
Ted coming
That's
through the
copyrighted
wall.
material right there. You can't be going around calling things that. You get sued by
Beavis and Butthead.
somebody.
Beavis and Poophead.
Just come over and swat you in the face.
Chair.
Radical.
This chair is too
Bogus.
small.
Beaver and Buttface.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, that was bad.
Going to...
I can't cross my legs in this tiny little chair, so I'm over here and they just keep slipping.
I feel so much better.
I'm going to rush forward and try
proud of
and
you.
basically just lunges at Dez to try and like bite into her
You know,
shoulder.
Oh.
Or just do chairs. That do.
I don't know, we still have to buy a bed and a TV thing and shelves.
Do you want this chair? Do you want this chair?
I'm good.
All
It's
right.
not that bad. I got my legs to cross.
The highest
cross my
roll
leg.
for that was a 16. Does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the other high, and the next highest roll was a 12. Okay. All right, so that's going to do that.
Don't do that.
It's going to do 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing.
Dead is unconscious now.
That would be super unfortunate.
She's not a wizard.
You're so funny. I'm one of the beefiest in this
Yeah, I
party.
think you actually had the most hit points in this party.
Like, it's like as it comes by and just like bites into you, like there's a long hook on the back of its head that's metallic almost, and to go with like the metallic bits that are kind of attached to its body as well. And as it kind of chomps into you and like draws blood, Adi, you see its eyes glare at you. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, that feels bad. Don't do that.
So I just can't do it.
I don't know why I rolled your dice, but thanks. 20.
20 is more than enough. Okay. Good stuff. Alright, after Billy is Dez.
Was the damage just regular old piercing?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm assuming that grappled, he just bit me.
No.
Okay.
Not grappled. You just got bit.
Okay. So I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on the guy that just bit me.
Okay, let's roll to see if that goes through.
Was it one of those like platonic bites we were talking about 2 weeks ago?
Definitely not.
It was not 2 weeks.
How do you... Let me...
I was
Okay.
on stream.
You got a critical success on the casting dice for this, so I'm gonna do double damage for it as long as it's going. So you get 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Well, Governor. Well.
Unshackled giveth and unshackled taketh away.
Yes, it really does. Oh, my Lanta.
Alright, who are you giving this to?
He says that. That's part of Nate's vocabulary.
I do say that.
When you said that?
He says it twice a day. What do you mean?
Oh, my
He does
Lanta.
say it a
I've
lot.
never heard it.
Somehow.
Andrew gets it a lot.
She calls herself a friend.
I'll fight you. That's my plan.
Yeah.
You're also my plan.
Savagery. Mr. Red. I think he's the one that bit me, right?
Yes.
I love that you
The
said
metallic
that with like
awful
3 red
man.
people on there.
Well,
Mr. Red.
He comes over enough.
This is Mrs. Red, and this is Baby Red.
Baby Red. Fuck out of here. Oh, my Lanta. I did it again. I need to stop.
You're keep doing it. That'll never
We're just
stop.
getting ready for Dragon Con.
Which, if you're watching this, we've probably already been.
Unlucky.
I would hope so.
I know how time works.
I
Okay,
know.
but if I edited this before then, I'd be watching it.
Can you explain time to me?
Wibble wobble.
Yeah.
I take it a 9 and an 11 don't hit.
You would be correct.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the little centipede next to him with my Horde Breaker.
Sorry, you're what?
For what?
Whorebreaker.
Horde Breaker.
Horde.
Horde
With a
Breaker.
D.
No,
Horde.
obviously he means Whorebreaker.
I mean, let's respect our fellows in the sex industry, please. Do not break them.
That's why there's sarcasm in that sentence.
Okay, that'll hit.
Oh.
Natural 20.
That will hit.
How you natural 20 that for?
Unfortunately, it's not.
Or affectionate.
So that would be. That'll be 6, 9, 12.
Okay.
12 to hit little man and be like, she's like shooting at this the guy that just bit her, and she's like pissed because she's like, I think I have a few notes on the circle, and then she like shoots the little centipede.
All right. So, yeah, you basically the centipede like gets onto you, and you kind of like get it, throw it, and like as you're getting bit, you kind of like take your and straight through it, pins it to the wall. And like as you do that, it kind of like transforms back into that insectoid green creature, and it kind of like shrieks a little bit, like, and then it seems to start to like crystallize, but then melts.
Oh, that's.
It like melts around the bolts, puddles on the floor, and then reforms.
Oh god.
But it's still a
It's full
little.
Terminator.
little bit. All right.
Shit.
Well, that's one of its lives.
That's all I can do.
I hope
Oh,
it's like
but
that.
there goes a man. A man is down. Unfortunate. Anyway, anything else?
That's all I can do.
And that was this boy right here. He gets thrown backwards, and now he's over here.
I would be interested in using an inspiration on the first guy to re-roll one of those.
On red.
On Mr. Red.
Go ahead. Why not?
Natural 20!
Holy
Yes!
son of a donkey.
Thank
Okay, well, let's
yes! Yes, this is what I wanted!
Would you say, oh my Lanta?
Okay, so that's max roll on just the...
It's max roll plus another roll.
Well, it would be, so, okay. Because of the hunter's mark, that's counted separately to...
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Then
Alright, so that would be... Yeah, okay.
Wait, what? It's separate from what?
the
it
critical hit.
It would be separate from the critical hit.
No, it's all dice.
Well, the way he does it is it was a max on the on like the amount of damage I could
Oh,
do.
you don't do dice?
I mean, I feel like you basically do max all dice. So that's 12 for your hunter's mark. Plus you roll again for the hunter's mark. Plus max for your weapon. Then you roll again for your weapon.
Jesus.
So you fucking
So
right between the goddamn eyes.
Murder
So
that
yeah, so base.
prick.
that's base. That's 21.
It's saying that if you had sneak attack, you would double the dice for sneak attack.
Yeah. So that's base 21, and then I'm just rolling all 3 d6s for the next round of damage.
Yeah, they were his max already.
So that's. Oh, I didn't designate which one was going to be my. I'll say it's the 2. Okay, so that's X. I guess it really doesn't matter. 6, 8, and then 11. So, yeah, 11. So 20, 32.
32 damage.
Very good.
In
That's
one shot.
pretty good. I think that might be the new highest roll in the game so far.
Pretty good.
What an incredible use of inspiration.
Yeah, and people say that inspiration's underpowered. Fuck that. Went from a miss to 32 damage.
Shaquille O'Neal.
It's fucking dunked on him. Holy shit! Just like she got pissed. That was like, shut it right.
That's like the, in, gosh, what's that movie? Men in Tights.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I gets another shot. And he like
Yeah.
shoots the arrow and it just,
Mhm.
oh, I missed. No, you didn't.
Yeah, boing. Whoa, whoa. And then the entire fucking target explodes.
The stands. Woo!
Yeah. Well, so basically you just like channel the inspiration you had and you're just like fucking sick of this shit. And you just hear like this otherworldly screech that like is interrupted by like cart, like in between the screech it's like something like a door hitting something as it's screeching.
Oh,
Just this-
shit.
Very unsettling. It sounds like metal bits like slamming together as this creature is screeching. As you shoot him in the face. Anyway, Jonathan's turn.
Okay.
Good fucking rolls, boys.
One question.
Mhm.
The question is the Big D. Is Big D alive?
Deseric is unconscious.
Okay, but they're in this room where they got blown away.
He's over here. I didn't have.
Okay,
He's
okay.
not. He's not a participant in combat.
Guys, just want to make sure he's alive. Okay.
Does he want to be all
He's
good
a-
and shit?
Sure.
Like, is he gonna die if I don't heal him?
You can't tell.
Sure.
Okay.
He was basically at the epicenter of the explosion and is not doing great, but you can't tell at the moment.
Okay.
You said Big D. I'm like, who are you talking about? Oh, right.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stab little green thing that tried wrapping around me with a trident. I'm gonna use a luck. It's not great. 13.
All right, 13. 13 is just enough to hit it.
Okay. Okay, so 5 cold damage and 5 piercing.
5 cold, 5 piercing.
Yep. And then I'm going to take I'm going to use 2 of my sorcery points to quicken a spell. And I'm going to shoot. Yeah, let's do a magic missile at 2nd level.
Okay.
All 4 darts going into this double right here.
Okay.
Okay. 12 plus 4 is 16 force damage.
Okay. So you do how much to the little insect man?
10 total, 5 and 5. 5 piercing, 5 cold.
Okay, the cold is resisted. So.
Okay. And then to the devil thingy, whatever the demon thingy,
Mhm.
whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
it was, let's say 16, right? 16 force.
16. Okay. Next up is Audie.
So I'm gonna pray to Grooms for protection because, my god, these demony things seem awful. And I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's a first, right?
Yeah, it is. So they flit 15 feet. Flit around you to a distance of 15 feet. So that's a 15-foot radius around me. And I feel like
What do they look like?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I feel like they're not angelic. Maybe they're like some demony fae type creatures because they're not like evil. Because I'm not.
Like
evil.
sprites, almost?
Yeah, like some dark, purpley, pretty.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of dark.
Non-specific fey creature.
Yeah, non-specifically not quite evil, but not quite.
Sure. Okay.
Question is whether they do radiant or necrotic damage, but. Oh god.
You're fine.
I can't see the squares, so if you could move me kind of like there.
Okay.
I think I have 30 movement speed.
5, 10, 15, 20.
All that rubble is gorgeous, but without glasses, I cannot see the lines.
Alright.
So, I'm gonna go ahead. And he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Everything else is an action, so.
Did you heal something, or what did you do?
Nope, I
Okay,
cast
Spirit
Spirit Guardians. I want Grooms to protect me before I ignore the people trying to attack me.
Alright, so
He's
next
laughing
up
like
is
Grooms
the
gonna kill me, and I'm not happy about that.
demon. So let me look up the rules to a certain thing at the moment, because he is going to come up.
Oh, which demon? Is he 15 feet from me?
Yes.
So he's starting his turn within my Spirit Guardian range, and I feel like Grooms does necrotic damage even though I'm not evil. Is that cool? It's the same amount of damage as just Radiant or Necrotic. I feel like Grooms does necrotic damage.
Sure. Okay. Makes sense.
So that's 3d8 necrotic damage.
Okay. Jesus.
And it's all Grooms and the little fiendy fey bitches. 6, 7, 12. 12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Maybe. I hope. You keep acting like this magic is not doing what I want it to do, and I'm like,
I might be doing
really
that. You never
frightened
know.
about it.
You never know.
Turns out I take 12 necrotic damage.
No, I would tell you if that happened.
Oh, you're unconscious now.
Are you aware that you are dead?
Oh, I've been rolling.
Oh yeah, you died 3 rounds ago.
I've been rolling your death
How could I be so
like-
silly? Yeah.
Why are there fields of wheat? Is that Russell Crowe?
Gladiator reference?
Do you want some water?
You only listen, and you are already dead.
Water always works.
All right. So
Do you want to
I
speak to the
feel a little bad for doing this. However, after being attacked by the crazy amount of necrotic damage that you're able to put out, he's going to kind of look at you, glare, and you see like this wave of just like reality kind of ripples out from him, and you can see like the little sprites that you have floating about.
Mm-hmm.
As the wave kind of runs into them,
Mm-hmm.
they wink out.
Oh
and wink out and wink out and wink out as he casts the spell magic on that particular
So depressing.
movie.
I'll do it.
Wow. Okay.
I feel bad for doing that, but you're just gonna fucking destroy him. Alright. Yeah.
What level is that in? 3? 3. Oh shit, yeah.
And the spell magic is a level 3.
Yeah. So automatically does it.
He's fine.
Does it pretty much work the same as counterspell, where if it's the same level automatic?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
But you know, I think I started doing this for your for the water versus fire. thing.
Oh, an Arcana.
So I think we're gonna do an Arcana check to
Ooh.
see exactly how this resolves. So go ahead and make an Arcana check to see if you can maintain.
You cleric.
I mean, it's
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair.
Can it be a wisdom save instead?
No, it's gotta be the Arcana check.
I cast my magic with my
Wait,
wisdom,
use a cup.
damn it!
Use the cup. It's lucky.
It was doing pretty well earlier.
You should use the rubber, so you should use.
Damn.
No, the purple's been rolling pretty well. Purple Scanlan dice seem to work pretty
Come on,
well.
Scanlan.
Nope.
Shit.
That's a 1.
Fuck.
it definitely is the spell.
Damn.
But I like the idea of the checks and not just being like, oh, I cast the fuck you spell and
Yeah.
fucks you.
No more purple Scanlan dice for tonight.
All right.
I think. Well, the thing is like if it was like a level above, it's like yeah, it's more powerful magic. But
Yeah.
if it's like that same level, it's like
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, competition for the same makes sense.
yeah.
All right. It sees Jonas stab through the its little companion, and you see its red eyes basically pulse. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Can I actually make a super quick question?
Mhm.
Since I'm a warcaster, could I have
She's lucky.
advantage on it because it's concentrating on a
shit, dude.
spell?
No, I think Warcaster already has enough bonuses to it. Honestly,
I haven't used my warcaster feat in forever.
you
12.
used it like 2 ago.
Did I?
Yeah, because you used the spell
Oh,
to do
yeah,
a reaction to do a. Yeah, you
That's
used
true.
Warcaster.
Forgot to use that.
12. I use luck as well, by the way.
12. That's not quite enough.
Second.
So you feel like as you're seeing, like it kind of like drains the strength out of your, like your sword arm. Like you feel like your trident feels a little heavier.
Okay. Mechanically. what would that-
Mechanically, you do half damage
Okay.
on weapon attacks.
Okay.
You are allowed to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turn, but
Okay.
for now, that's the negative in that. All right, that's gonna be the end of the turn of initiative, but we're going to resolve some things going on here now. You see Ace kind of like whip around, grab onto Yasadi's hammer, and like
Swing around.
yeah. Well, he kind of like grabs it and uses it as leverage,
Uh-huh.
so he can bring his greatsword down, and it absolutely just splits this little freaking insect asshole down the middle. It's like it was a bat, but like it gets cut in half and like turns into
Blob thing.
At first it turns into its original form that you saw, that the green insectoid, and
Mhm.
then melts into and reforms.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like shoot the wings off the flies.
Wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a great movie. That's such a good movie.
I always try to get Nate's references. And we're on the same page always. That's what I thought when you missed your shot. Like, I thought Men in Tights, but I also thought the curve of the bullet with the arrow.
Over to your, my left, to the west. You see Lillian starting to battle with one of the demons, and like you can see as she has a rapier in her hand that you didn't see her walk in with, and you see like, along her as she's stepping and carefully stepping around rubble, you see like shimmers of shadow kind of pulse out and pulls out more until you can't see her, as the entire area is kind of surrounded in this darkness spell.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hear her stepping. You can hear like the clang of her rapier against the metal part of the demon, and you can also hear the demon with its cry that sounds like metal clacking against itself as well. So they're fighting that, they're doing that, and that means that we're going to the top with the insectoid creatures, who will once again kind of... This one is going to jump and try and wrap itself around the arm of Yasadi as a centipede. This one's going to try and bite at Jonas' neck as a bat. And this one is also going to launch itself, again as a centipede, toward Dez. So, I want to resolve that real quick. One against Jonas. 15.
18.
Okay. It's nothing. One against Dez. 16. Okay. Alright. In that case, going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oof. Natural one.
Okay, so you're going to take 6 piercing as well as 5 poison damage. And you're now poisoned.
Alright, Dez is gonna use... Actually...
Before you do anything else, make your Constitution... Or not Constitution, your concentration check.
Oh, okay. I got a 13. That should pass, right?
Yes.
Okay. So... Oh, come on. That sucks.
If there's ever a
It's
time
literally-
to put in the rip and tear, like, this would be the time.
There's literally... For absorb elements, it's literally every other kind of damage except for poison.
Poison's not an element, is why.
Oh, that makes sense.
Acid,
thought it was gonna be cool.
Acid is an element, I believe.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
in there.
poison's not an element.
Thought it was gonna be cool. Alright.
Mary doing the mental math of, is poison an element?
I'm sorry, I lost my train of
It is,
thought.
it's arsenic.
What else was happening?
You're poisoned.
I took how much damage?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You took 5 poison, and what did I say? What the fuck? I didn't keep track of what I said. So
5 poison and then
5 poison, and let's say,
I know it was under 10, right? Because that was
and 4 piercing.
It's a
Okay.
mixture. Always.
And your point.
At least 2.
no poisoned.
Volatile mixture.
Which basically means I believe you get disadvantage.
On attacking or something.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure, but I believe that is the case. Either way, it's Whisper's turn.
Alright, does Yasadi have any belt? Daggers on her belt?
Does Yasadi?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Where you at? Oh,
Yeah.
Right there.
Did the little gremlin thing succeed in grappling Yasadi?
Yes. They basically are wrapped around her now.
I'll pull it off.
Okay. Make a strength check. You can make it athletics. It's basically a grapple versus grapple.
Hold on.
You still have your inspiration.
Holding on.
Yes, I'm gonna use my inspiration because that's a natural one.
Honestly, better than natural ones. So,
I like
mean,
it. I love it. I love it. You said athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I mean, you rolled the 3, so.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Natural 4.
Yeah. So
Plus 3 is 7.
Okay. Yeah. It loses, and you're able to, like, pull it off as Yasade's just kind of, like... Because, like, she was trying to do it, but, like, she had, like, her big old mace in her hand, so she had to, like, kind of catch herself. So she kind of, like, looks at you, and she kind of, like, nods. And then she, like, gets ready to fucking smash it. But anything else you want to do?
Can I hold it stretched out so that when she smashes it with the mace, it splits?
You don't have it grappled. You just like threw it off of her.
What? So smack.
Yeah.
That was my action.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if I'm gonna be doing strafing, since I don't have a weapon, I might as well activate my frost rune.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
East. Mm-hmm.
And now I have 10 minutes of +2 to ability checks and saving throws that use strength or constitution.
Okay. Okay. Next up is the Hunter's Marked Demon, who will going to he can do this way. Let me make sure. Okay. So he's going to kind of like walk this way. Going to push this little bastard out of the way, and he's going to, while he's swiping at you with a spear, with, like he's like basically his arm kind of like transforms itself.
Opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, you could do yours first.
No, go ahead.
Oh, God. I don't know.
Come on.
Shit. I punched him while casting Punishing Strike.
Okay.
Eh. And I get a nat 20.
Whoa!
Oh God, I'm gonna kill somebody else.
Good. That's not a bot. That's not a somebody.
That's the roll.
I think you are massively underestimating how sturdy these are.
12
They are
plus
demons made of metal.
7, 19 plus 3, 21.
321.
Some of that's punchy and some of it's necrotic. If I need to, I can split it.
No, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. He does like glare back at you for a second, but still spear to Dez, where he rolls a 11. I'm assuming that does not hit.
Mm.
And instead of taking another attack, he's going to cast Heat and Metal on Jonas. So you see, like in one arm, it kind of like morphs into this metallic spear, but Dez is able to like kind of like freaking matrix out of the way, and then like you see its other hand start to like vibrate into the point where it gets red hot and just kind of steaming, and just touches the chain of your chainmail.
Yeah.
And like you just see it just pulse as all the energy like moves into your armor. Make sure that I know what that does, because it's been a while since I played a druid. It is now concentrating. Alright, so you're going to take some fire damage here, because it's very hot. It's 4 fire damage. Could be worse.
Could have been, yeah, definitely.
Even the weapon still.
No.
Okay. Next up is Dez.
Alright, so he swings. Des kind of like slides, like she kind of like slides underneath like the thing as it like comes out and tries to cleave her, and then she gets behind him to shoot him in the back and get flanking.
All right, so you want to move around?
Yeah. I want to negate the disadvantage at least.
So you're like over here, and you're still concentrating.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, 3 shots. 18.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Well, there.
13.
13 does not hit.
Shit. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Every one of this is fine. It's all fine. Alright, so the first one, that's a 3, right?
And who are you attacking? They're doing the Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you get 2d6 each time.
Yeah, I have all 3 in there.
Okay. Broken.
10, 13, 16.
Okay.
Next one.
Oh, 69 damage. Haha, 69.
And another 13 damage.
Alright.
We're just heavy hitting. And is the other little bastard
Yeah, if you're not right, though.
that little bastard is within 5 feet of him. So I could technically shoot him, but do I have line of sight or does it hit the guy that I'm attacking currently?
No, you can shoot him.
Okay. Just ask.
You're a crossbow expert.
That's true. You are an expert.
I'm an expert.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure cover doesn't apply to that.
It does. You're thinking of sharpshooter.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're correct, but that is what I'm thinking of.
Which, on the table, but maybe. We'll see.
Oh, sure.
No, 9.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Does not hit. Alright.
It's 4 bolts.
Next up is Jonas, who is now.
Actually, what do I have to do for poison? It's just I'm just poisoned. That's just disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. You have to. Did you roll with disadvantage?
Well, I'm flanking, so I rolled normal.
That's right. You rolled normally, so that's fine.
But actually, the little bastard, it would have been a disadvantage.
It would have been disadvantage, but you missed anyway.
Yeah. I missed anyways.
Right.
But I don't have to make any like Constitution saves, do I?
No, you're just poisoned, unfortunately.
It doesn't adversely affect my health at the end of my turn, does it? Or
Poisoned?
yeah.
No, it's not really.
Oh, it's just a little fuck you. Basically.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, you feel like shit. Get disadvantage, loser. Like that's.
Gotcha.
Like I could fluff it up and give you like some crazy things, but rules as written, no. But yes, Jonas, it's your turn. You now have a very like red hot chainmail on your chest.
I yell out to Whisper, show them what hell really is. I toss my trident to Whisper.
Okay.
I kind of do the flag toss across.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be action, bonus action? What would you want that to be?
Throwing your spear?
Yeah, tossing the trident across.
What else are you trying to do? What else are you gonna do in your turn?
It depends what I'm allowed to do based on that.
I would say it's a bonus action.
Bonus action?
Like the same amount of like throwing somebody a potion, I guess.
Okay. So I toss you the trident, and Firebolt is a cantrip that's an action. So I'm going to use Firebolt, which does not require materials, so I can use the somatic component of it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because my arcane focus is attached. That's why I'm saying that.
That's not an attunement, is
It is attunement only for the frost part. You can still use the D8.
You can still stab someone with it.
You can use the D6 or D8 piercing part of it.
it? Is it
Martial.
versatile?
Versatile, martial.
Is it finesse?
It's not finesse. That's the only
Okay,
problem.
okay,
But it's
okay.
piercing. So I was going to do a cantrip on the same devil as attacking last time.
Okay. Let me see what negatives you take for wearing the object. You cannot drop it.
Yeah, because I'm using my fucking armor.
You have
too.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks if you keep having it on.
Okay.
Oh, did he make a save? Well, was he concentrating and did he make a save on all that damage I did?
He did.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Alright, so I'm attacking.
He rolled an 18.
Fuck. Wait, did he make 2 concentration save throws?
I guess you would make one each time you take damage.
You do, yeah.
So yeah, let me roll again. 19.
Damn it!
Which one did the heat metal to me?
the one next to you. This one.
Okay. That's the one that attacked me recently, right?
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Put a couple on his back. I was like, I'm satisfied.
Alright, I guess I'll attack him since he's the one that hit me last.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, firebolt. You said disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use an inspiration to even that out to make it normal?
Sure.
Okay. So I use my inspiration to do that. Ooh, go away, inspiration. Okay. So 16 plus 6, 22 to hit.
Yeah, that one hit.
2d10.
What's the trait? 1d8?
It's 1d8 if you use 2 hands.
Oh, so 1d6 phase 1?
Yep. Good. Yeah. It's also thrown capability, so you can throw it. That's a good roll. 15 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which you would have to do a concentration check again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get to roll to get rid of my heaviness, right? Because I have that whole heavy
Yeah. How much fire damage did you do?
15.
Okay. I mean, you can tell when you're doing fire damage. It's not.
Yeah,
It's the demon. It seems to be just kind of like roaring through it as you do that.
yeah. It was just the first one I saw that didn't have a material component, so
That's fine. I'm just letting you know that, like,
I got
even as you're doing, like, you're right up against it and you're like throwing fire at it, and it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
clack,
So,
clack, 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 clang, clang, clang.
so he's gonna make concentration, and I gotta make a Constitution save, right?
Mhm. It rolled a. How much damage did you do?
I did 15, so
which
10
means
DC.
half of that and half of that again. So yeah.
10 is the minimum DC for.
Right, and he rolled a
Yeah.
10.
13 plus 2, 15 on the con save.
Okay, so you're feeling stronger. Like you
Got the shoulder.
you kind of like
again.
shake it off and you kind of like flex a little bit and you can feel like the blood return to your
Okay.
limbs as you shake off that weakness.
Okay.
Mm.
Alright, that will action bonus. I'll end my turn that way.
Okay. Next up is Audie.
Would you say that I know what the poison is? That it is a known poison?
You would have no idea.
Then I cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
So you're no longer poisoned.
Oh.
Probably.
I think so.
Not only are you feeling much better, you now have immunity to poison for the rest of the encounter. I don't know how else to supercharge that particular ability, so that's how it's gonna go.
Oh shit!
This is the second time you guys have gotten a 20 on the unshackling roll.
In one encounter.
Yeah.
Des just like she's like.
Des is feeling it.
I smack her on the back. You feel better?
I feel amazing.
This magic shit ain't too bad.
Good,
See,
good, good.
I feel amazing.
Raise one today.
Nice. Finally.
And now we feel
Fine, too.
amazing.
What's that?
I said and now we feel amazing.
Feel
That's the
fantastic, and I never.
And let's move. I don't have a crap ton of
Piercing's what you
bonus
needed, right?
actions. Yes.
Okay, that's why I did that.
Yeah, I have like. It worked for one of my feats and not the other one, which is fine.
I figured you could use the trident better than the dagger, so
The dagger would have covered all of my
Is it-
feet, but it would have been less damage.
less damage. Yeah. Because like I can give you the trident, and I can use cantrips.
The other thing,
Oh,
the only thing
and you
about
get to
daggers
attack.
Is that I wouldn't have.
Oh,
been
that's
used
right.
defensive bullets,
Because
so I
of
don't get to use
Voice
my
of
action.
authority.
It's a +3. Okay.
I heal you so authoritatively that you're like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot off.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I'm shooting off, baby.
And I should have mentioned this earlier, but like, Des, when you're shooting this thing, like,
When you're shooting.
you're the only one that really like got super through was the first one where you shot it directly in the forehead. The other ones, it's like glancing off, like you hear like clang as if it hits like a metal thing and then flings away. It's not doing like super heavy damage.
Well, this might natural 20.
Dude, you and the 20.
Man, okay, roll your ridiculousness.
Magic missile doesn't require material.
So that was we established it was 21 right as a base.
Plus your damage, all of it, all the
Yeah.
damage.
That's why I'm saying I'm doing non-material. Okay. Yeah, magic missile for baby right now. Magic
So
missile.
there's 16. Cool. Yeah, so 37.
All right, how do you want to do it?
Yeah, buddy. Des is like, I feel amazing, and she's just gonna like run up to it and just like leap up and like clock it and like shoot it directly in the head. Like, you know, like she's gonna run up and just kind of shoot it in what she thinks is the head.
All right, so like it hears the
Brad Pitt from Troy.
and it like turns around and just and just blasts out in the back of his face.
shit!
Imagine Achilles with a hand cross.
And now you have ichor all over your face as the thing kind of just
But you're
splatters
not
on you.
heat metalled anymore.
Sweet and sour.
And its head just blows away.
But you're not heat metalled.
Oh, I'm not. That's very good news.
I'm making you go to bed for sweet and sour.
Holy shit. So much for my fucking metal demons.
Why are you so much? The whole point is to make them dead.
They didn't do anything. I like it when my monsters are able to like do a thing and not get crit 3 times.
I've had a lot of fortune in this one fight. So much fortune. You pull fortune.
So many crits.
So many
fast.
things have aligned in this one fight.
What are all of your languages? I know Des has specific.
Well,
Probably just
Well,
Orcish and
yeah,
I didn't do
Common.
shit.
Celestial, Common, Dwarvish. It was Elvish, but I gotta figure out what to switch that. Do Knolls have a language?
Yeah, I think Noel is. I don't know.
I honestly couldn't tell you. Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
I have Infernal, Orc, and then Primordial as well.
I would assume they
Common
I would
or-
assume they talk to each other because they're gods. So I'm assuming they have something. They do. They worship a god and shit.
I thought you just made that up.
You're assuming something.
That's
you're
true.
assuming a lot. You saying, oh, they worship a god. Do they?
Mine's celestial, common, and primordial.
Do they worship a god, or do they just
Get
cause
used
mayhem?
or used by a god.
Yeah. Like, worship is a strong word for what happens when gnolls are created.
Is it bad I picture gnolls like the hyenas from Lion King?
No, they're kind
You get us food. You're a king.
King, 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 king.
No king, no king.
La, la, la,
Idiots.
la.
You hear this particular demon kind of like, you would assume it's speaking because it's making like vocalizations that aren't just screeching, and you kind of see the small insectoids kind of like look to it and then look back at you and then wink out, and you see this guy right here kind of like turn to the remains of the wall that used to be behind him, and just kind of like grab onto the, like he grabs onto the rock, but it's like he's grabbing onto like a fabric, and you hear that same just shredding rip as he tears reality open, and falls through it.
We have this great thing called D&D Beyond where I looked at Knoll. They have Knoll language.
There you go.
Wisdom of 10, so makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So he kind of dips because he doesn't want to get fucking
Fuck.
crossbow fucking skull fucked. Yeah, it did. That was the man who died earlier.
He's like, it was one person.
They're like, we're supposed to be demons. Jesus Christ, I'm out of here.
He like checks. This is what the fuck?
Yeah.
This
It's
is
just
metal.
He's not paying us enough.
This is metal.
I'm out.
And like you hear another rip from this area as the darkness kind of fades out and winks away as you see the demon kind of fall down as both this rip and that one kind of disappear.
Oh shit.
And these ones also wink away. All right.
How's the trident?
I got the trident. Des.
Des is just gonna like, she like did it and she's like,
A combo
Okay,
coming
bro, you
soon.
can chill now.
Coming soon. You know, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to use this. Do you mind if we
No,
do
stab
some...
something.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab
It's
something.
not me.
No.
You see Yasani, like, because she was like about to crush this freaking like,
Before winks out.
and it winks out, and she just comes down with it anyway and just crushes.
Just-
Yeah, and like a bunch of rubble just flies everywhere, and you see H is kind of like, oh, hey.
As Addie
Stop that.
screams, "You damn winker!"
Winker.
Dirty winker.
Addie's actually gonna turn to the poor unconscious man and do a simple health checkup
Poor
with the
unconscious soul.
the medicine.
You're gonna use the
Des
med
is the
kit?
solo mid.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna use the charge of it?
Yeah, you use one.
Are you
piece
jungling,
of
bro?
the kit
Are you
to tend a
jungling, bro?
creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points.
Okay. So go ahead and do that.
Action, there's no DC required.
You
so
go
I
mid on
just-
the top.
Yeah, no,
I roll
you're
it,
proficient
I
with it and
roll
all that, so just roll.
You go mid on the top.
Plus,
We're heroes that storm this bitch.
Plus, I said 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
six.
rolled a 4. I lied. It's actually 1 plus.
So he has 5 hit points. Alright, so like you kind of like wrap him, like start wrapping his head.
Yeah.
He's got like a couple wounds to his head that he's bleeding from. He kind of like shakes his head, like kind of looks up at you, and he kind of like starts for a second, like, "Hello, thank you. What happened?" And he kind of like he looks around, is like this place is absolutely fucking obliterated.
You happened, and honestly, I really, really don't want to heal you right now, but like I took an oath and all, so.
Big D did not mean for this to happen.
Thanks, oath. What? And he's kind of like dazed still.
Maybe be more careful with your magic. and
Did you
shit.
heal him a lot, or?
I healed
5
for
hit
5
points.
I do all 10 of my lay on hands on Big D.
You just gotta get your hands on that big dude.
I like Big D.
Shooting off
He's like,
big
he kind of
D.
like perks up like a lot, like oh whoa whoa.
I kind of do like the help up, you know, like
And
the.
he kind of like pops up
His-
and kind of like stumbles a
hands on
bit
his
because
feet.
there's rubble everywhere. He's like, okay,
You're right there.
yeah. Apparently, I got something's attention. Holy crap.
Yeah.
No, I must have. Oh. And like you can see him like kind of thinking like, wow, why would that happen? And you kind of like you see him thinking, and like the pillars kind of like all gather around. Like, are we still doing this? Is it still happening?
Fuck no.
Desert seems undeterred, honestly.
We should have a direct path to Ravendale.
He starts thinking like, yeah, you're right. Let's try to. And he kind of looks, and everything is just fucking obliterated. Like, perhaps
Another 10 minutes?
no. I think we may need to clean up a bit. And you see him kind of like.
Oh, Koros, you have that cool trick. You can.
well, I think I think Mayor Lovett was saying something about she wanted to try in her office next. Isn't that right? I don't know what's...
You see Lillian after the darkness kind of falls away from her, and she is kind of like wreathed in her own type of like shadow, and like, but only for like a moment or two, as like the rapier kind of like retracts and dissipates, and she's back in like her normal. Like I'm not sure like she's just in a regular suit really. It's like she's just in plain clothes, as opposed to like what looked like shadow, like leather armor with shadows, and then it just kind of like dissipates off of her.
Could I do a divine sense?
What are you trying to think of?
Fiend.
You don't sense any fiend.
Okay, that's gonna work on that.
So she herself is not a fiend.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Just burning people.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell like she tried to like get rid of it as soon as the darkness was falling off, so that no one could see it. But she did not get it off in time.
Yeah. I mean,
I
John is guessing patron.
Because I did a stealth roll and she rolled a 1, so she failed.
Yeah, John is guessing it's a warlock, but
does Jonas know what a warlock is?
no, that's what I'm saying. John.
John.
Sorry. John is. I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Jonas is like, that's some necrotic shit. Let's check this out.
John might be onto something. Anyway, you say to Chorus like, oh yeah, you had that thing that cleaned up everything. And Chorus kind of looks around.
Is that demon still there, or did it dissipate?
No, they're gone.
The dead one dissipated.
The dead one, after his skull got blown open, just basically melted. So like it's still there in the form of like
Goo.
a liquid like metallic residue on the ground.
Do you want to get that for force?
Sure. I don't know where to put
Let's
it.
start that harvesting thing that we were talking about. And what would the demon be? Probably arcane?
I can check real quick.
Yeah, do you
While you guys are figuring something out.
Yeah.
Anybody
There's
got
too
a
many
vial
cool
or
things.
anything? Because I don't have jar. I mean, I do, but it's kind of full of stuff that's useful. I don't really want to put goo in it.
I guess.
I would hate to put goo in this stuff. Like,
On top of the dusted traces nest, yeah.
oh yeah, the giant jar with a little bit of dust of bracelets in it.
Does
I was
the-
gonna say for flavor, it'd be kind of funny if Des was like, "Hold on," and she like takes like a last like drink of her
Yes.
bottle.
That would be funny. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. You could absolutely do that.
What is the creature type?
It was a fiend.
Fiend is Arcana. Yep.
Okay, so make an Arcana check if you want to correctly.
So maybe somebody who's a little bit better at the arcane arts should do this, because
Appraisal is 8 plus its CR.
Because, like, while Groomsh gives me a lot of magical assistance, he's not really big on, like, studying that shit, so somebody else should probably,
Does anyone else want to try and appraise it?
I would like to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll give it a shot. Why not?
I mean, I can try, but, like, it's not good.
Oh fuck! I'm good at Arcana. Wow. I rolled a 9, but plus 7. 16.
Holy balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to appraise it.
What's my arcana?
Is that the same roll as appraise and collect?
So you do appraisal, which is that your true, and then it's a Dex plus your proficiency if you're proficient in Arcana.
Dex plus Arcana.
If you're proficient in Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be you
Okay.
are.
So roll that again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. Just a little bit more math now. So I rolled natural 8, but my Dex is a plus 0, plus proficiency. Oh, plus, sorry, I'm expertise in Arcana. So which my proficiency is a 3, so 8 plus 6, 14, which is, I don't know what the CR is, but
The CR was 12.
okay.
Here, have a bottle, Des gave me.
Or the CR is not 12.
DC.
The DC is 12.
That's a 4.
The CR was not 12. You did not kill a CR 12
Okay.
individual.
So what was it, the thing? It was a...
The base of the thing was a babao,
Okay.
a demon.
Bilbao.
which is why I named it Bobo and Billy. Because I thought that was funny. I mean, and like I say that it, and like if somebody is going to look up the statistics for a Babao and a Quasit, which were the other things, it's going to be different than what I did because I like doing that. Because Quasits, as much as they're like cool things, like they've got fucking 8 hit points. Like that's so goddamn useless. Yeah, like AC 13, 8 hit points. Like there's no point to this being a thing that exists.
What in a cat?
Yeah, like they can turn invisible and shit, but like it doesn't really work if you're just right there.
What are you guys doing currently while I'm trying to harvest?
Well, basically,
broken.
yeah. What happens is, oh, okay.
Just with that.
Bow.
So I rolled a 8 plus 6, 14. So I would only get up to the 14 to see how.
Yeah. So basically, you have the hook-like horn that was there.
On the back of the head.
The back of the head to the horn.
Okay.
And so it didn't turn into goo like I wanted to if we're going to go by this particular set.
Mhm.
So it is just dead. It's just a body there that's...
Is the goo
Kinda like
blood?
face blood.
Yeah, it doesn't have much of a face left.
Does it
I was
have
gonna
an
say,
eyeball?
Is the blood the goo? Like is like whatever.
Yeah,
blood,
it's
it's like
basically.
that.
But he wasn't able to salvage that. He was able to salvage the horn, which has a value of 6 GP, and it can be
Nice.
used to craft melee piercing weapon +1.
Oh, cool.
That's
Plus
cool.
1.
So it's very
You
interesting.
want to put it in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Or keep it?
Yeah, I'll hand it to you. So you have a, what is it called? A Babao... What's the
Horn.
name? Babao horn.
Yeah.
Just one of those.
The Bow's horn makes a particularly deadly weapon. It is said that people slain by weapons forged from the horns die particularly painfully and bleed out unusually slowly, but this is unconfirmed. So yeah,
Wow.
Worth how much?
6 gold.
worth 6 gold.
The whole-
Not
yeah,
that we'll probably sell it. But...
that's a little. Too
I
cool.
love that. Hammond's Harvest book is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I need
And
to.
there's 3 of them.
Yeah, I need to.
I'll send you the files.
Yeah, please do. Here you go. That's cool.
That is sick.
Yeah, DM skill, tons of fucking good shit.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shout out to the
as
ball.
you're kind of figuring out how to remove this keratin horn off of this demon's body, you kind of see Lillian kind of like kind of step around all of the rubble, and she's just like, you know, when I said it would be fine, I wish you would have said, oh, but there might be demons. And she kind of like looks at Desiree, and as she says that, the wall that's right here crumbles outward, and you're just looking outside at like this, at the rest of the city, and there's a bunch of people kind of like gathered around, kind of like seeing what the heck's going on. And Lillian just kind of like is looking at Desiree, and then like slowly looks outside, and then looks back at Desiree, as like one more piece of rubble kind of like crumbles along the wall. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Very cool.
Before we end it, can I kneel down next to the dead demon body and tell it I usually sacrifice an eye to Grinch, but I mean, I don't really have a way to do that right now, and I did hurt you, and so I'm kind of like really sorry about that.
It is dead. And does not respond.
I touch it the way that like I've seen Jonas do it. I guess he probably touches their foreheads. And...
Are you trying to like channel Groomsh into this,
No,
or is this
no.
just a personal?
It's just an apology because I hurt the poor thing, and I don't have a way to like honor it by sacrificing it to Groomsh in like. You
I
know,
see.
But it died, and that sucks. And yeah.
It was beautiful.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Now, I'm not going to retcon this because I already retconned it again and didn't want to do it again. I am now realizing that when demons and devils die in the material plane, they are shifted back towards the,
But maybe
Whichever
their
one that
souls
came
are
from.
and not their husks.
perhaps. That might be a thing we can do. So we're going to leave the body of the thing. I'm not sure how much you know about demons and devils. I imagine that would be a some kind of intelligence check.
Something we can ask about in the next session to the people.
Yeah.
Ooh. Pretty good. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, we can go over that next session.
Yeah.
But either way, I hope everyone watching enjoyed this little foray into Cliffhaven and the mini demonic invasion that happened here. It'll be interesting to see how the tacticians in the party kind of figure out exactly what's going on, because I think Koras gave a few bits of information that are very interesting, especially to anyone who's more intellectually leaning. But until next time, thank you, Sirenscape. Thank you. I keep forgetting who makes this, the Dungeon
Craft and
Craft?
1985 games.
Yeah, 1985 games. Thank you for your excellent products that we love to use. They're a lot of fun. And is there anyone else we want to thank before we sign off?
Bilbao.
What'd you say?
For their
Bilbao.
excellent, or Bilbao for their excellent harvesting guide.
Harvesting.
Oh yeah, thank you, DM's Guild again.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a cool harvesting guide where you can take it's always fun. I don't know if anyone I've mentioned this before. Monster Hunter is my favorite franchise ever. So the entire idea of killing monsters, harvesting, making weapons, I'm all for it. I almost wish I was playing the game. That's how cool it is. But either way, thank you again, DM's Guild. Thank you everyone for watching. I think that's it for now.
Check out our social media stuff, guys, because we are on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and Patreon, and we'd love to hear from you. We also have an email, lizardsandlocations@gmail.com. You should totally check us out and contact us, and just tell us whether you like us or you don't, because even hearing from people that don't like us.
Don't tell us you don't like us.
Pretty
I don't want to hear that. No. If you don't like us, that's fine. I appreciate your opinion. I don't need to hear it.
Listen,
But
somehow
it's okay,
praise
'cause I
kings.
just won't tell
Somehow
them, so talk to me.
Humiliation.
Somehow humiliation. Kings.
You're welcome to talk to me, I just won't tell Andrew.
Nate, the camera really adds 30 pounds. Ooh. Tell me more.
John, when are you gonna shave that beard?
Alright. Oh.
Let's chill now. And
Just a nice straight
Fourscore.
Just a nice straight and oil.
Y'all are fucking airing your insecurities.
I don't have insecurities about my beard. What are you talking about?
No.
It's
Or my
a
chapped
gorgeous
lips or
beard.
I tried to sign off. I tried. This was me trying.
It's like hanging up.
Yeah. All right,
I'm hanging
up,
up, Mom.
Oh, no,
Bye.
wait.
Mom, I'm hanging up.
What do we always do? Bye.
Okay, bye.
In all seriousness, though, try to check out our theme days. Get involved with our theme days, today. Each day that we do this, we have Sorcery Saturday, Sub Sunday, Map Monday, a Tavern
Tuesday,
World Building
Building
Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday,
Yeah, Thirsty Thursday. We jumped on that
and
bandwagon.
Fun Fact Friday.
Fun
right?
Fact Friday.
Mhm.
Yeah, so jump in on those, get on thing. Maybe
Those
we'll.
holidays.
I don't think we've released anything from Hammond yet from it, right? Hammond's Harvest
No,
Book.
I don't think so.
Maybe for World Building or something like that, we'll
Mhm,
put some
mhm.
Hammond, the picture of where you can find it on DM's Guild,
Sure, sure.
who created it, so you can check it out yourself too.
Very
Because
nice.
Sure.
don't pirate it. Actually, go and
Yeah,
fucking buy it.
donate some money to people.
Yeah.
They put a lot of work into it. It's really nice to
It's
support
cheap, too.
them.
It
It's
is
not
really
expensive. It's
Yeah,
really not.
It's amazing what they put out there for that price.
Yeah, please support creators.
Compared to the core
Even if
rule
they're
books.
not us.
Mhm.
Yeah. But finally, digital and physical bundles are coming. So.
Finally,
Thank you.
and D&D 5.5 because
It's
no one's
one
gonna
D&D.
No,
It's one
no,
D&D.
it's not. I will fight everyone. If you call it one D&D, I will fight.
He's only half kidding.
But in all seriousness,
See you next time on Lizards and Locations.
Can we roll yet?
can we?
Yeah.
I just did.
That's a one.
Wow.